Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to week 2. I was going to say day 2. I'm not sure how you phrase it. Week 2 of Great American Bash and Fyter Fest. Very, very excited for this. Of course, a massive match on NXT this week. Absolutely huge match on NXT. And some decent matches over on AEW, but I don't think there's any denying that the big match tonight is Keith Lee taking on Adam Cole. Nearly said Johnny Gargano. Keith Lee taking on Adam Cole. That match is absolutely monstrous. Absolutely monstrous. So it is champion versus champion, title for title. The NXT Championship going up against the North American Championship. Yeah, absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. I hope everyone is well. Let me just jump to a slightly different screen now that we are up and running. I am a little bit more prepared than I normally am. I've already sent a tweet out as well. So, yeah, this is going quite well. Let me find the chat. There it is. Hello, Monica King. Shout out to you. Heather, hello. How are you? Hope you are okay. Rockstar Anch says AEW lost last week. Not according to Jericho. I did say this. I thought Jericho did an excellent job with that. So total number of people that watched, more people watched NXT. But on the key demographic, the one kind of thing that the TV companies really care about, which I think is like the 18 to 49 demographic. People that are aged 18 to 49. I don't know why. I don't know why they care about that more than anything else. But on that demographic, AEW beat NXT. And that is apparently a key demographic. I suppose it's because that's kind of the younger, vibrant audience that they're looking for. Not like some of us that are just old and, you know, ready to be put out to pasture. So, yeah, AEW picking up a victory there, but NXT winning overall. There's loads of old people that watch NXT. That's what we've learned. If there's one thing that the ratings tell you, it's that old people love NXT. So, yeah, shout out to all the old people. If there's any, 78-year-old NXT fans in the chat, shout out to you. Swamp Manor says, Days, a lot of people are done with AEW due to what Jericho has been saying. Oh, I can't say I've seen that. I've not had anyone say that to me that they're done with AEW because of Jericho. I think what he did was fun. I was on board with it because what he's basically done is he has said, hang on, you're all saying that NXT has won, but actually we won the main demographic. So what he's done there is he's given some up for the AEW fans. So the fans of AEW are like, yeah, you're right, we won. And the NXT fans that hate AEW anyway, they're going to have turned around and hate on Jericho. But the end result is everyone was talking about it. Jericho got everyone talking, you know what I mean? There was a few little, things getting spoken about when the ratings came out. But as soon as Jericho started having his say, all of a sudden everyone's talking about it. And that's great for AEW. The more AEW gets mentioned, the better it is for AEW. So I think NXT will win overall tonight. I think the one big match, if I could only watch one match tonight, it would be Adam Cole, Keith Lee. But I think that the AEW card looks pretty decent. We will run through those in a second. Yeah, let's just carry on with the chat. I can see John saying, what's the thoughts on Battleground and the new modes? I haven't had a chance to watch your video yet. There was the new trailer showed off quite a bit of stuff. But what I would say about the trailer is that there was a lot of stuff that was kind of hidden. There wasn't really a lot of wow, look at this. Do you know what I mean? Like someone walks out of the shadows and it's the Fiend. They'd already told us that in the build. So there wasn't like all these mad reveals, but what there was when you actually went through the video kind of frame by frame, there was lots of interesting stuff in there, like the electrified steel cage. The image of that is in there. Some really interesting new arenas that you can see. One of them from like an aerial shot that looked really great. Loads of new legends. We've seen the likes of Yokozuna. Rumors of Hulk Hogan. He's on one of the graphics on the PlayStation store. So I was excited for this game anyway. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. But I just want a game that I can pick up and play. I've said this all along. I've got no connection to 2K. I've got no need, like, I don't know anyone. They haven't never sent me anything. I don't do video game content. I want to. So everything I'm telling you is, I'm being real. I'm being 100. And yeah, this is, I do like the look of this game. I've been playing NBA Playgrounds and it's fun. Anna Dawes says, I haven't got a chance to watch the trailer yet. I don't know if I'm into the game from the teaser. Yeah, I can understand that. As I said, totally, it's not for everyone. This is going to be like NBA Jam. And I loved NBA Jam as a kid. So if you want to pick up a wrestling game and you want to kind of, you know, work towards the championship and you want to have different arenas and, do you know what I mean? Like, experience the entrances. This isn't the game for you. This isn't what this game is. This game is crazy power-ups and big punches and using goats to try and win matches and alligators in the crowd and a swamp and helicopters and electrified cages and just all this absolute madness. But what I like is the fact that you pick it up, just mash a few buttons, scream at the TV and hopefully get a win. So I just want a game I can pick up and have fun with. That's what I'm looking for. Just want a game I can have fun with, but totally understand that this is not for everyone. You've seen the cover of Battlegrounds. They're teasing us again with Fiend and Undertaker by having them staring at each other. This is difficult, right? Because I don't think that 2K have got anything to do with WWE. I think 2K go off and do whatever they want to do, right? They've got the license. They just check it with WWE. But I don't think WWE have said, on the cover, can you put the Fiend face-to-face with The Undertaker? Because we want to tease that we're going to build towards this match or something like this. I think they've put them face-to-face because they're very similar. I think that's why they've done it, you know? They're quite dark personas, aren't they? So, and also, Mankind is going to be in the game as well. How great. Mankind. So, yeah, lots of interesting stuff there. The only thing I'd say about that is me having just said, I think whatever 2K does, they do on their own. I said this pretty much same thing last year, and I was wrong. I will quite happily admit that I was actually wrong on something. It's only ever happened once, and it happened this time last year. Well, actually, a little bit later last year. When 2K20 came out, people were saying, have you heard Liv Morgan's music in the game? And I was like, no, I haven't. I never bought the game. And they're like, well, she's got music, new music. And I was like, she hasn't got new music. They don't know what her music is. So they've just given us some generic music. Like, it sounded awful when I heard it. I was like, it's not even good music. It's like something you would just get from a music library kind of a thing, you know? Just random bit of music. I was like, nah, that's... When she goes solo, they'll give her a proper theme. And then they've used that music. That... I hate it. I think it's so generic. I'm just not a fan of it. But people were telling me about it because it was in last year's game. So I don't know if 2K managed to get it first. Or if WWE saw it and went, oh, actually, that's all right. We'll go for that. I've heard Days hates it, so let's use it. I think that's what they did. They were like, I've heard Wrestling Days hates this little bit of music. Let's definitely use that now. So, yeah, that's... I was wrong. I was wrong once. Hello to Titius. Shout out to you. Wrestling Days fan, shout out to you. Elaine. Robin813 says, Days, Robert Stone is going to announce a new signee. Hopefully it's The Rock. I feel that Robert Stone would be an excellent manager for The Rock. It's not going to be, but I think we can all agree that would be a lot of fun. Jerry says, Days, the game looks great, but I wish it was more realistic. Okay. What you're saying is they may do Fiend Undertaker in the future. Hey, Austin, I think you're going to get that match, mate. I think they will do it. I don't think The Undertaker's going to retire without facing The Fiend. I mean, Undertaker's got to be on Bray's list. And even if you don't get the match, Undertaker's not going anywhere. He's signed a 15-year contract, so he's still going to be making appearances. So you can totally expect The Fiend to at least attack The Undertaker. You can totally expect to see Undertaker's picture on the Wall of Friendship. So you're not wrong. I mean, like, it's a match people would love to see. And I think there's a good chance you see it. And even if you don't, I think there's an even better chance that something happens between the two of them. You got to remember, Undertaker beat Bray at WrestleMania 31. He is very much on Bray's hit list. He has to wrong that right. You know, Bray was meant to become the new face of fear, and it never happened. You know, he lost to Cena the year before. He got payback against Cena. Next, I mean, if you want to go on to the next checklist. In fact, isn't this interesting, right? Isn't this interesting that the first Fiend WrestleMania, he righted a wrong from a previous WrestleMania? I've never thought about it that way before. But if you think about it, the Fiend made his in-ring debut at SummerSlam. By the time we get to WrestleMania 36, he is righting a wrong. And that wrong was his loss to John Cena. So he lost to John Cena at WrestleMania 30. Now, if he's going to use next year's WrestleMania to right a wrong, then the next WrestleMania along would be WrestleMania 31. That would be The Undertaker. So I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if there is a pattern, if there was a pattern that The Fiend is using WrestleMania to correct things that have gone wrong in previous WrestleManias, the next one would be The Undertaker. Make of that what you will. Jericho Cassidy is going to be main event. Yeah, Jericho came out and said that is one of his favorite matches. So again, Jericho doing Jericho things, coming out and making a statement that's getting people to talk, and that's what it's about. That is exactly what it's about. Love him or hate him, he is doing the one thing he needs to do, and that is get people to talk about it. Because what you don't want is what you see sometimes with NWA. I mean, I love the NWA. I know a lot of you watching this are fans of the NWA as well. Obviously, they've gone away for a little while. They're just on hiatus. They should be back hopefully soon. No update on that. But, yeah, you know, they've just taken a bit of a break at the moment, the same that New Japan did. But, yeah, I mean, like, when Power's on and things like this, you don't see, like, floods of people talking about them. Do you know what I mean? I wish more people did. I wish more people were vocal on Twitter and we could get the message out of, you know, this is a great promotion. The wrestling's good. The promos are great. The characters are fun. It's a different kind of environment. There's, even if people watch it and they don't enjoy it, and they've had very little feedback of that, at least, you know, the word would have got out. So however people talk, man, however you get it done. And Jericho came out and said that this is one of his favorite ever matches. That's going to add a bit of intrigue, and that's going to obviously help promote the match a little bit. So Jericho doing Jericho things. Days, where do you think Karrion Kross fits into the title picture? I don't think he does, really. I think he's trying to insert himself, but I feel like this is way too soon. I mean, he's come in red hot. He's destroyed Ciampa. He's picked up victories against Bronson Reed and enhancement talent. I can't even think who else he's beaten. I mean, he's not been around long at all. He's got a great entrance. Scarlett looks great with him. They're a great package together. He looks great. I can't comment on his wrestling because I think even if you added all of his matches together, I don't even know if we get to 8 minutes. Do you know what I mean? I don't even know if we get to 5. I can't remember how long that match against Ciampa was. I know it wasn't that long. So I can't really comment on his wrestling. The jury is kind of out still, but he's going to be there or thereabouts. But I would think it too soon for him to be going for that championship. You know, you'd kind of want. I expected a killer feud. Like, where's Ciampa? Why has Ciampa not come back and attacked Karrion Kross? I can't believe that Karrion Kross beat Ciampa in your house and now Ciampa's gone away crying in a corner. Like, perhaps Karrion Kross wants to go for the title and he's got his sights set on Adam Cole and that belt. But keep your eye out for Ciampa because he might have something to say about the situation. Days don't call Leon Ruff an enhancement talent. I couldn't even remember that he'd faced Leon Ruff. Cristiano Ronaldo says, hello, my friend. How is lockdown in the UK? It's all right. In Turin, I should imagine it's beautiful. It's easing down. Also, did you see my free kick goal? I didn't actually. No, I did. It was on the BBC website that Ronaldo had scored a free kick goal. So, I did want to check that out because obviously the football's back now, and a lot of love for Ronaldo. But yeah, lockdown's all right. Things are, getting a little bit easier. Things are easing. I hope things are getting better where you lot are. Chris DeZuba, shout out to you. Thank you very much for the kind donation. And Eric Derigi as well. Shout out to you. Eric Derigi says, I told you, Days. I told you. I called it. They dropped the ball on the closure of this GTV all over for me. Remember, a few weeks ago, you swore it would end. I don't know what you're on about. What do you mean? I told you, Days. I told you. I called it. They dropped the ball on the closure of this GTV, which is an old storyline that never got closure. GTV all over for me. Are you talking about the hacker? I don't know what you're talking about. Eric, you've lost your mind. Put down the baby sham, Eric. Put it down. I've been getting into a bit of NHL recently. Very cool. We don't have that here. The National Hockey League. We don't. I've never seen it on TV in the UK. America or baseball, actually. I think baseball maybe like on one channel at stupid o'clock in the morning. But I've never seen baseball on TV. American sports, yeah, basketball we get, and American football we get, but I never see baseball. I never see hockey here. Ice hockey. Swamp Manor says, Days Omega. I will go through the card. Right. Keith Lee versus Adam Cole. NXT. I'll do NXT first. Champion versus champion. We're going to either have Keithy 2 belts or Coley 2 titles, right? We've got Mia Yim taking on Candice LeRae in a street fight. We've got Drake Maverick and Breezango taking on Legado del Fantasma. We've got Isaiah Swerve Scott taking on Johnny Gargano. So 4 matches announced for NXT, but it is all about that juicy Lucy main event. Eric, right, here we go. Let's make some sense here. Hey, my cat keeps eating my ring ropes. Any advice on how to get a cat to stop eating those elastic ropes? Right. We're jumping a little bit all over the place here, aren't we, Eric? Right? You started off by saying, I told you. GTV, right? I didn't see a follow-up to that. There might have been. I didn't see it, but now we're talking about cats and ring ropes, right? If you need me to call someone, I can do that. I can get you some help. I know some people, right? They're lovely people. They'll talk to you over the phone, right? Eric, it's going to be all right, mate. What these people don't know is Eric hasn't even got a cat or a ring. So I hope you are well. Here we go. Right, Eric's back. Sorry, they dropped the ball on the hacker. It's GTV all over again. Well, we don't know what's happening with the hacker, to be honest, because there has been a few interesting developments on that front. The hacker has started following someone on Twitter recently. It's a real random account, like a news entertainment source. Like, they just talk about albums and what's on TV. Like, they've got no connection to wrestling. It's an account that was formed, I think, in 2009 here in the UK. So it makes very, very little sense as to why they're following this account. But this account has now started... I haven't looked, actually, for the past few days. But this account started to post wrestling-related content. They started to put out... This random account started to put out just a couple of tweets. And both of them were wrestling-related. So, yeah, nothing. 5 days ago, we had a post that said, got the account back with Daniel Bryan giving the yes chant. And then 3 days ago, we just got randomly Angry Miz Girl. Just random. No tweet, no comment, nothing like that at all. And you got to remember, this is on some kind of entertainment and news source covering television, celebrity, and breaking the latest in news. From 2009. Their previous posts are about albums and TV shows like I'm a Celebrity, Strictly Come Dancing, the Brit Awards, just nothing wrestling related. And then the past two have been wrestling related. It makes no sense whatsoever, this random account that the hacker is following. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening with the hacker. I don't know if it's done and it's gone and they've dropped the ball. I don't know if it's on hold because the reveals might be... Do you know what I mean? If this is a way of splitting the New Day up, ultimately, you're going to have a crowd when that happens. If something's going to happen with the New Day splitting, you're going to have a crowd. You need a crowd. We just don't know what COVID has done. Don't forget, hacker started before all of this hit. We don't know what the end game was, what the original plan was, what the secrets are. I mean, I thought that the whole Jeff Hardy story, I thought that was going to have something for the hacker to get their teeth into, and I don't know what's gone on there either. Do you know what I mean? We still don't know who drove that car. There's a lot of questions in the world, isn't there? There's an awful lot of questions in the world. One day, hopefully 2021 will have answers. 2020 is asking the questions, and hopefully 2021 is going to bring the answers. Monica King, shout out to you, my friend. Send in a lovely picture of a unicorn with a rainbow tail. That is exactly what I like to see. Right, moving on to AEW. We've got Orange Cassidy taking on Chris Jericho. We've got Hangman Page and Kenny Omega taking on Private Party. I believe, though, that is for the AEW tag team titles. We've then got this pretty strange 8-man tag match, which I've got to be honest, I'm not fully on board with. I understand there's a few little stories in there, right? But this isn't how I would use FTR. FTR, one of the best tag teams, I would put them in a tag team match. Now, granted, you can say this is a tag team match, but it's an 8-man tag team match. There's going to be moments where FTR aren't involved in the action at all, which I just find very strange. So we've got FTR and Young Bucks working together, and I'm seeing a lot of people saying, are FTR going to turn on the Young Bucks? Are the Young Bucks going to turn on FTR? Who cares? Who cares? Like, I expect them to. Like, they both think they're the best tag teams in the world, so I expect them to turn on each other. I don't expect them to play nice. Since FTR came in, they've not been interested in making friends. So am I meant to believe that they're going to be friends now? I can't understand this booking. I can't get my head around this booking. I don't understand. This is a big show, you know. This is the second week of Fyter Fest. And I would have had FTR doing something different. But FTR and Young Bucks taking on Butcher, Blade, and the Lucha Bros. So we got that match. We got SCU taking on the Dark Order. Little story here of can SCU try and convince Colt Cabana to come back to the good side is straying quite literally to the dark side. So can they bring him back? So that'll be worth keeping an eye out for. We got Lance Archer taking on Joey Janela. And we've also got Nyla Rose in action. And also Taz is making an announcement. A little bit of excitement around Taz announcement because we don't know what it is. We think it's going to be a match stipulation for Brian Cage against Jon Moxley, but we're not 100%. So definitely things to keep an eye out for when it comes to AEW. Certainly going to be a very interesting show, but man. That's a big match on NXT. That's certainly got my focus. Right, let's jump down to the latest. Faithful Baller. Great name. If I've got a baller, I want them to be faithful. I don't want an... I'm not down with those unfaithful ballers. They're not even welcome on the stream. Let me put it that way. But Faithful Baller says, I heard that AEW is not as scripted as WWE. And their promos, they let the wrestlers say what they want to say compared to WWE. I think you are right, my friend. Yeah, I think there is a lot more freedom when it comes to AEW. I mean, there's a big difference, isn't there? What with Vince, who has Vince ways, many of them, things you can say, things you can't say, little rules that he likes, and everyone's got their own little kinks. Well, he very much knows what he likes, knows what he wants, and gets everyone to do it that way. And he believes, I don't know if it's through experience. Maybe it's just a case that he's given people the opportunity to talk in the past and he's just been let down more often than not. And as a result, he's like, right, we've got to start scripting this. So, he's gone that way. Whereas AEW, they're run by wrestlers. I know Tony Khan puts the money in, and he certainly has a say, but we know that Cody, the Bucks, and Omega are the ones that really pull the strings. And you also know that Jericho's going to have a large say behind the scenes. I'd imagine Moxley as well. So, yeah, I think AEW definitely do give their superstars a lot more freedom. I would say that is a very good thing, but someone does have to be in charge, because for me, there's been a couple of moments with AEW, a brand that I do like. I mean, I keep coming back to it because whenever I criticize AEW, I always get a backlash. I always get people contacting me saying, I can't believe you said this and this about AEW. So I always have to put the little caveat in there that I do like them. I have scored their show higher than NXT more weeks than not. But I do think they give their wrestlers a little bit too much freedom sometimes. There's a few things that we're not going to get into now, but there's a few things that have happened on the show that for me have just been... someone needed to have a word and say, no, that's you've had an idea, but what you've not had is a good idea, right? You've had an idea, and it's not always good to act out every idea you have. Faithful Baller. Oh, that went well. Says, who is your favourite AEW superstar and superstar star? There's lots of superstar stars that I'm a big fan of. AEW star. My favourite AEW star. I gotta tell you, man, I'm so high on Brit Baker. And it's really, look, this is a great example. This is a great example because at the start of the year, Brit Baker gave one of the worst promos of the year, no doubt about it. When we do worst of the year at the end of this year, that will get mentioned. I'm sorry, Brit, it will. She was on the cruise of Jericho or whatever it was. Her hair was blowing. She seemed a little bit flummoxed. She was like having to sort her hair out, and she seemed like just a little bit lost. And for some reason, she couldn't get a rhythm going. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know if she wasn't feeling well, or I don't know. But it did not go well. And there was a little bit of backlash. Nothing, disastrous, but just, a few people saying things, mainly me. And she came back. What they did was brilliant. They gave her the opportunity to talk again the very next week. If you fall off the horse, get right back onto that horse. And they did. They gave her the opportunity the next week, and she did a much better job. And then they gave her another opportunity the week after, and she did even better. And she's been, like, honestly, now she's got to the point where I think she's my favourite. Her interactions with Tony are brilliant. This heel persona of hers is brilliant. It's unlocked. When she was coming down in the, like, white dentist kind of... Didn't her jacket have teeth on and all this? It was so... I thought it was a bit cringe. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was a bit cringe. So, yeah, now that she's turned heel, she's done a knee and she's on the back of that truck and she's drinking cocktails and sending little snarky comments to Tony. Her little feud with Big Swole, I love it, man. So on board with that. I love Big Swole as well. So I think Brit Baker's awesome. Big Swole is someone I've got a lot of time for. Orange Cassidy is really cool. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with him, and I'm looking forward to that match against Jericho. FTR, really cool. Looking forward to seeing how they use them. A lot of time for Hangman at the moment. I think he's great. Darby Allin's really great. Those are the names that come to mind. Faithful Baller says, who's your fave WWE star that went to AEW? Favorite WWE star that went to AEW? I think a lot of them have not done well, to be honest. I mean, look at Sean Spears. Kind of, do you know what I mean? Hasn't really worked out very well. They're doing something interesting now with the glove, and that promo from Tully was excellent. So, Sean Spears hasn't really landed for me. Luke Harper hasn't really worked for me. You might disagree, but I don't know. It just hasn't worked. He's a big guy who, I mean, was it just the other week, was getting chucked around by Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela? I mean, this is meant to be the exalted one. This is meant to be the creme de la creme. And he's getting thrown out the ring repeatedly by Sonny Kiss, who's a great wrestler, but has not had the kind of push that Brody Lee has had. You know, Brody Lee's gone for the title not that long ago, and here he is getting chucked around. It made no sense. I could understand if Colt Cabana was getting chucked around, and finally he makes the tag and Brody Lee gets the job done. I could understand that booking, but I couldn't quite figure out what they would... I couldn't understand it. But I really like the vignette from the other week of... who was it? It was Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela when they were at that garage. Joey's inside the garage and he's buying something and he turns around and Sonny Kiss is being attacked. And Sonny Kiss does a really good job, actually, of like fighting off the attackers. But yeah, I kind of liked it. It kind of felt like a mini movie kind of a thing. So I was really invested in the match. But then it made no sense. They put him in there against Brody and Colt. Do you know what I mean? I would have put them in there with jobbers, built them up a little bit more. But wow, we went off on a tangent there. Eric DeRigi says, what was the best non-televised wrestling show you've ever been to? Well, that's easy, actually. I was going to say that's hard, but no, it's not. I went to, and I've said this story before, I went to a show in Wolverhampton. I want to say 2016. I think it was 2016, maybe 2017, but I think it was 2016. And it was Fight Club Pro, and you can find the card online. It was the Tag Team Invitational, right? And it was Fight Club Pro in Wolverhampton in the UK, 2016. The room could hold about 500-600 people. There was 1,000 people in that room. And the main event was Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, Trent Seven versus Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. That was the main event. Lower down the card, you had Pentagon Jr., you had Jimmy Havoc, Tegan Knox, Leo Rush, Mark Andrews, Will Ospreay, Zack Sabre Jr. This was an absolute dream card. If you could take the best indie talent at the time, this was an absolute dream card. I don't know how they managed to do it. I don't know how all the stars aligned to create such a strong card. But I'm telling you, if you look for it on the internet, I think it's either 2016 or 2017, Fight Club Pro, Tag Team Invitational, The Elite, and yeah, it's from Wolverhampton, and it is stunning. It is a stunning card. It's one of those, you look at the matches, you go, I Can't believe it. And I can't even believe I got a chance to go. I got a picture of me and Tyler from that event. As soon as you walked in, there was a merch table, and there was Pete Dunne, Trent Seven, Tyler Bate, and they were selling T-shirts, British Strong Style, their own little merch, and this kind of stuff. So I went over, bought a shirt from Tyler, and I was like, can I get a picture? Is that all right? I think he was the UK champ at the time. This must have been 2017. It must have been 2017 because early 2017 is when they did the United Kingdom Championship tournament in Blackpool, and he won the title there. So it was 2017. There we go. Sorted it. Fight Club Pro Tag Team Invitational 2017. It's a stunning card. And it's kind of crazy now to sit here and see a load of them in NXT, a load of them in AEW. It's kind of madness. Matty Cliff says the hacker has followed an account as he has no new news. Yeah, maybe they're just trying to let you know that this is still a story, right? Just so you know that we're still interested in this, but we've got nothing that we can do at the moment. So we're going to follow this account now. Why couldn't they follow me? That would be so nice. Do you know what I mean? I'd love the hacker to fight. Hacker, if you're watching, you can hack me. Honestly, I don't mind. If you want to hack in, have a little look around, have a Snoop Dogg. I don't mind, mate. Give it a go. Fill your boots. Days, Mercedes Martinez in action tonight. Oh, I didn't see that on the official preview, but yes, you're right. They showed the little graphic, didn't they, last week? Harvey says, I found Carl Anderson for £14 at the Entertainer. Well, I'm just pleased that he is happy after being released from WWE. John Cena Gamer 0809 says, you're leaving us NXT fans in the dust. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm super excited for Keith Lee, Adam Cole. I think I feel like I've put AEW and NXT over equally. Hey there, Wrestling Days. Hope you're doing well. I'm listening to Hamilton. Shout out to you, Sonny Wolf. I can't wait for the hacker reveal, says Wrestling Days fan. Well, look, Eric has told us all. He told us all that this was going to be a letdown. So, could still be right. I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to wait and see, aren't we? We don't know what's happening with the whole hacker situation. It's a bit frustrating. Days, Dark Order or Legado del Fantasma? Oh, easily Legado del Fantasma, if that's how you pronounce it. I love what they're saying at the moment. I really enjoyed Dark Order when it first started, but the vignettes at the very start where they were, on the subway trying to recruit people, I really liked that. I thought that was great. They've stopped doing that now, haven't they? Now that we know who the Exalted One is. They've kind of tweaked it, and they're not doing those kinds of vignettes anymore. So, Dark Order for me, as I said, Brody Lee not quite hitting, not quite working. I don't know. I'm not as on board with it as I was at the very, very, very start when the whole join the Dark Order thing started. I thought that was good. But this Legado del Fantasma, they're talking about how Lucha Libre has become a joke. It's become a side attraction. And I agree. I completely agree. Look at Lucha House Party. Lucha House Party for the longest time have just been a comedy group. Granted, they're treating them a little more serious these days, but still. Do you know what I mean? No one's clamoring for them to become tag team champs. What Luchas are doing amazing stuff in WWE at the moment. I mean, honestly, it's not going very well. I mean, you could say Andrade has got like that Lucha style, but even he's not doing brilliant, is he? I mean, Andrade should be right up there in the main event scene by now. Instead, he's just bickering with Angel Garza. So he's bickering with someone that's meant to be his partner. So I understand not everyone can be in that main event scene, but what with Drew McIntyre being up there, one of his great rivals was Andrade, and they just did a little summit on Raw. I kind of would have thought they would have explored that a little more on a pay-per-view. So I love what they said. They want to bring back the prestige to Lucha Libre. Loved that. Thought it was really, really good. I'm a big fan. Everyone knows I'm a huge fan of Breezango, but I'm going to be rooting for Legado del Fantasma tonight because I really want to see them succeed, and I hope they kind of tell us more about Lucha Libre. What I've really liked with NXT is they've kind of gone back into the history of wrestling. You got Timothy Thatcher showing you like double wrist locks and hammer locks and all these different wrestling holds. His vignettes are like a wrestling school. Love that. Love that. And then you've got this Lucha group saying we want to, go back to the basics and the basis of Lucha Libre, and we want to bring back the honor. And it's like, yeah. I even said, could you imagine if you build up that Escobar guy, and is it Pablo Santos Escobar? I keep calling him Pablo Escobar. Santos Escobar, I think his name is. Build him up as like king of the luchas, and then build up Timothy Thatcher, king of the catchers, catch canners, and smash the two together in an incredible clash of styles, or a styles clash, as many people could call it. But I would love that. I think that'd be so interesting. So interesting. So yeah, I'm on board with Legado del Fantasma for that reason. When lockdown is over, can you do a toy hunt at Smith's in Tamworth? Don't know. I don't want to promise something that I'm not going to do. But Tamworth, I don't even know where it is in relation to me. I know it's not too far, but I have to go past other Smiths to get to that one. So it doesn't make the most sense in the world. Wrestling Days, shout out to you. Speaking of history, what previous pay-per-view event that's no longer showing would you like to see revived? Hey, well, let's throw that out to people in the chat. What pay-per-view would you like to bring back? It's a nice, fun one, isn't it? What pay-per-view would you like to bring back? I really loved In Your House. I really loved In Your House. That was a pay-per-view I grew up with. My first reaction might be King of the Ring, because we have spoke about this on the watch-alongs before. How I would book King of the Ring is I would have everyone involved apart from the two big champs. So whoever's WWE champ, whoever is Universal champ, they aren't included. Everyone else is. I don't care if you're North American champ. I don't care if you're NXT champ. I don't care if you are Intercontinental champ, United States champ. I don't care. Tag team champs. I don't care. Everyone else is involved, right? This is a company-wide tournament. I would do it as a knockout because it's going to take so long that you need to whittle people down. And honestly, it's going to take a month, maybe longer. I don't know. But I just think that it would be really fun to just have a bracket. We could all fill out our own brackets. Yeah. And you kind of sit down. It's like, right, what have we got tonight? Well, there's a main event. There's a grudge match. It's going to see Asuka versus whoever. But the 4 matches underneath are all King of the Ring. And it's like, right, okay, we've got them versus them. Oh, if he wins here, he'll have to face Daniel Bryan or whatever, right? And you whittle it all down until you get down to the quarterfinal stage. And then I've said before, if you're in a company-wide tournament and you get down to the quarterfinal stage, that should go on your Wikipedia. That should go on your Wikipedia as an achievement. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the same as winning some low-card title. Actually, I was in a tournament with like 200 other people. I got to the quarterfinals and they reached it in 96, 97, semi-finalist in 98, and then they actually won the thing in 2012. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would have it as a list of accomplishments, like just getting to the quarterfinals. Because if you're making getting to the quarterfinals a big deal, how big of a deal is it if you win? So I would bring back King of the Ring, and I would do it so that the semi-finals and the final is done at that event, just like they used to. Final is always the last match. I don't care what. You can have Undertaker versus Fiend. If it's not the final of King of the Ring, it ain't going on last. So King of the Ring always main events, the final. And winner should get a title opportunity or something like this. They get the crown. They get to call themselves king if they want. And they get a title opportunity. And honestly, I think you could, it would just bring a lot of meaning to a lot of matches very easily for a whole month and just make it one of the biggest things. Do you know what I mean? I would love that. We still haven't spoken about Matt Riddle as well. I do need to get onto this. Swamp Manor wants Great Balls of Fire back. Zycamy wants No Way Out. Chalmers says, who is your favourite wrestler from every continent? Yeah, well, I'd have to know all the continents, wouldn't I? I mean, I don't know. You've got North America, South America, Europe. I mean, isn't there Australasia? Isn't that one? Who am I going to say from Australasia? Peyton Royce, Billy Kay, Crocodile Dundee. I don't know. What else have we got? Asia. Antarctic. Is the Arctic one? There's 7, isn't there? I don't know. That's a hard question. And not one I think that I could give a good answer to be honest, because you've got great wrestlers from Europe, Asia, North and South America. So those 4, yes. But then the other 3, which I think would be the top, which I don't think, unless there's like someone called Eskimo Joe, and the bottom, not going to have anyone there unless you got the Penguin King. And I don't even know what the other one is, actually. Australia, is it? Australasia? Anyone from New Zealand? Don't know. Bushwhackers? The Bushwhackers! There we go. I'll have them. Taboo Tuesday. That would be fun. Days, the one problem, even if The Fiend becomes champion again, is that the reign would likely only last to Roman returns, says Febster077. What is an Australasia? I'm sure it is called that, isn't it? I'm not going to look into it. This is a wrestling stream. How dare you test my geography? I really like flags. I'm a big fan of flags. Huge fan of flags. I don't know why. When I see a flag, I like to try and guess who it is or try and remember who it is. But when it comes to like naming continents and the seas and boring. No thanks. Right, we've got to talk about Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle came out with a very interesting post, and it had nothing to do with the continents, right? Or the vowels. He came out and said that he is ashamed because he did cheat on his wife. And he says, as you know, there's been plenty of evidence shown that he was with this woman. But he said that he told his wife about it. They've worked through it. And he has blocked this person and he's moved on with his life, you know. She isn't stopping. She is still pursuing him. And he's had to block her on lots of different platforms. Now she's come out and joined this speaking out movement. And he's like, there's zero truth to this. There is absolutely no truth to this whatsoever. Categorically, there is nothing in it. But he says, I do have to come out and admit that I am ashamed and I did make that mistake. So very interesting. Very, very interesting for a bit of news coming out there from Matt Riddle. Obviously, it doesn't paint him in a great light. I don't know. I don't know how people will react to that. It's a shame. Obviously, you know, he's put a lot of hurt on his family and whatever. But I mean, it's kind of between them, isn't it? It's more of a private thing. You know, the victim here is his wife, who seemingly has forgiven him. So my take on it is that, well, it's not really anything to do with me. But it is a bit of a downer. I'm not going to lie, it is a bit of a downer. But hey ho, you know. I just thought I'd throw it out there because there's obviously a lot of talk, isn't there, at the moment about they're pushing him. I mean, he took up a quarter of SmackDown, but there are these allegations around. Haven't heard any more about Velveteen Dream other than the rumours were he could be on the verge of going. And a big development on Kairi Sane. I can only tell you what I read, right? And I've told you all the way up to this point, we're expecting to see Kairi, then we're expecting her to go. We saw Kairi, I'm expecting her to go, right? That's still like where we are. But the rumors are now WWE are looking at offering her a nice new contract. Like, WWE seemingly have known that she wants to go. She wants to be with her husband. But seemingly aren't that willing to say goodbye. They want to try if they can to keep her. I don't know if it's going to be successful. I don't know how much money it's for, or if it's a bumper pay increase or enough to tempt her, or not a clue. But I can only tell you the latest, and the latest is that there could be a nice contract offer made to Kairi to try and convince her to stay. I mean, in all fairness, she probably wants her husband. Do you know what I mean? I think he's over in Japan, so can we not bring him over? Maybe if we bring him over, then she might be tempted to stay. Days, it's called Oceania, not Australasia. What is Australasia then? Because off the top of my head, I would have said that was a continent. Do not try and learn anything from me. Australasia or Oceania. Australasia is the smallest continent. Australasia is the smallest continent. It includes Australia, New Zealand, New Guinea, and some of the small islands. The region known as Oceania includes thousands of tiny islands that are not part of any continent. Okay, I don't understand that. All I'm gonna say is Oceania. Answer: Oceania is not officially or unofficially a continent. See, even they don't know. Who's meant to know if no one knows? What are you on about? On Google, is Oceania officially a continent? And the answer is Oceania is not officially or unofficially a continent. What does that mean? It is actually a region. Oh, okay. They're saying it's not. They're saying no, it's not. Oceania isn't. They're saying it's not officially or unofficially a continent. Why haven't they just said it's not a continent? Why have they included all these extra words? Who needs these extra words? Who benefits from these extra words? It's actually a region of the world defined by its location. Okay, well, look, hang on. Let's just look at the blooming continent, shall we? We can answer it this way. What are the continents? I can't believe we're doing this on a wrestling stream. Dare you? How dare all of you come on here asking such questions? Right, they are 7 continents. Right, Africa. Totally forgot that place. Right, never mentioned them at all, did I? Africa. So there we go. Big deal. No, I am saying they are a big deal. I'm not saying that it's not a big deal. Africa, it's a big place. Africa? I forgot Africa. Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Antarctica, and Australia. They call it Australia, but I've seen it called Australasia, which I believe is like Australia, New Zealand, blah, 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 blah. Right, happy now, yeah? Good. Flipping hell. I'm pretty sure no one else has to put up with this. I can't imagine there's any other streamers that are sitting here having to answer these kind of questions. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I just sit here thinking, I could turn the chat off, couldn't I? I could just turn the chat off. Just have a little chat to myself. And I was answering all these flipping questions. I'm not a teacher. Never claimed to be a teacher. Went to the school of life, baby. Anna Dawes says, how about Outback Jack? Yes, Outback Jack. I don't actually know where Outback Jack's from. Let's find out. Seeing as I'm in a giving mood. Seeing as I'm in a teaching mood, yeah. I'd be like that cool supply teacher that comes in. But by cool, I mean really pervy and creepy. Yeah, he's from Victoria in Australia. He now resides in Florida. Outback Jack. Good knowledge, Anna. Good knowledge. Austin Stevens says, do you hope for Evolution 2? Absolutely, yeah. I really enjoyed the first one. I think a lot of people did, yeah. I think a lot of people did. Faithful Baller says, what do you think they would do with Daniel Bryan? Who? Who? Area 51? Who are we talking about? Who's got Daniel Bryan? Faithful Baller, what have you heard? Who's got Daniel Bryan? Who's got Daniel Bryan, Faithful Baller? What? I don't know what you mean, buddy. And when will Bray Wyatt return? I don't know what you're on about now. You've lost your mind. What do you mean? He's back? He's come back? He's Eater of Worlds, Bray, isn't he? And there's going to be a swamp match at Extreme Rules a week on Sunday. The Horror Show, which is what a lot of people call these streams. So he's back, baby. He is back. Let's go down. T minus 5 minutes, yes. North, South, and Central America are one continent. Oh, flippity doodah. No, it isn't. I've just read them out. This isn't like we're not getting into a debate about if the world's flat or round. I've literally just sat here and read out the continents. Right, so it's done. It's over. I know there's a lot of opinions, right? I know there's a lot of opinions, and we like to throw around, what we think, and that's great. That's what the stream's here for. But there's also something in the world called facts. There's also things in the world that cannot be denied, right? I am not going to tolerate continent denial, right? Continent denial is not going to be tolerated on this stream. This is madness. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Are you streaming UFC 251? Absolutely. You know it. I tell you what, I'm not streaming though right now, and that's AEW because I've got to plug this computer in. So give me 1 sec to do that. Give me 1 sec. Yes, I should have prepared before. Done. See. Lovely. Beautiful. No harm done. What's your favourite WWE game? 2K Battlegrounds. I don't know. What's my favourite? I really love SmackDown Raw 2008. I played that a lot. I don't know why. I've said on the stream before, I don't know why. For some reason, that game came out and I bought it. I had a bit of spare time. I bought the game guide. Just went through, learned all the moves. Just absolutely hammered it for just days. Days and days and days. Loved it, man. Had so much fun with that. Really, really did enjoy that game. Is the world flat or rat? No, Monica. No, Monica. We're not doing that here. Thank you. This isn't conspiracy days. This is facts. Facts days. Days facts. Where are you? There you are. Days, what do you think about the Butcher and the Blade? Why do they keep wearing those white boy band outfits? Those hipster get-ups? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get that bit. Like, we saw them in a butcher shop, didn't we? Do you remember? When, was it MJF needed something? He went round and left a bag of money for them. And they were, like, the butcher was there with his meat cleaver, like, doing some butchering. And now, like, they're just proper full-on... I think they drink, like, mocha kappa lattes or something. I don't know. That's what they look like. They look like two guys that would be sat in the corner of Starbucks with, like, the wackiest coffees you've ever heard of. And maybe some poodles. I just don't know why they're dressing them up that way. Don't know. So, I think the Blade works really well in the ring. And I think the Butcher's got a great look. Really like the Butcher's look. I love it when he gets in the ring doing those lunges. Got no idea what it's for. When he, he's lunging around the ring, doing that weird walk. No, I have no idea. I haven't got a clue why he's doing it. But I like it. And so as a team, I think they've got potential. But yeah, when they're not wrestling, they put them in that kind of white woolly hats, all white trousers, white... I just don't get it. I don't understand. Is Backstreet Boys coming back? And if they are, why have they recruited Butcher and the Blade? Modern Mogul Enterprise says Aubrey, the girl Hebner, AEW in production. Ref Aubrey. What do you mean, bud? I don't know. Why is everyone coming out with comments that make no sense? What does that mean? Ref Aubrey, the girl Hebner, AEW in production. What does that mean? Last week, Sasha Banks and Io and Asuka, and it's all happening, friends. It's all happening. Big night tonight. Looking forward to tonight. That hour before, though, building up to this, that was wacky. Right, we've got... Oh my God, it's Asuka. Okay, we've started, and Private Party are making their way out on AEW. So I think, as I said, this is going to be for the AEW tag team titles, I think, isn't it? If my memory serves me right. Days, my internet turned off and now I can't watch. What? How are you on this, dude? Private Party coming down. So, with Matthew Hardy. AEW game in production. Oh, you don't need to apologize. Be silly. Hashtag join the rise. That's good. That's cool. I can see that being fun because they're all big gamers, aren't they? So, I can see that being a lot of fun. Right. Who's coming out now on NXT? We've got Pyro. We've got Flames shooting up on NXT. It's all kicking off. All right, let's type this in. So, Private Party versus Hangman and Omega. Is this the street fight? Might be the street fight. Where's that gone back there? Absolute carnage. Oh, Mia Yim in shorts. What is going on? Why am I moving that around? Oh, my days. All right, let's lock that in place so we're not doing that again. Street fight. It is a street fight. Street fight on NXT. And Mia Yim coming out with shorts, knee pads. She's throwing kendo sticks into the ring. She's throwing trash cans into the ring. She's going under the ring for chairs as well. She's chucking... We're starting off hot, man, with NXT. They're just going for the weapons straight away. Going for them weapons. Candice LeRae versus Mia Yim. Right, she's got a kendo stick in her hand, and Candice already kicking Mia. Smacking her with one of those kendo sticks. Are these two really going to go for it now? I hope so. I hope so. We've still got... they're doing their entrances on AEW. Candice trying to whack Mia Yim with that kendo stick. Goes down. This could be a really fun opening match, actually. Street fight, here we go. Days, who do you think wins, Cole or Lee? I've been cheering for Lee all along. I think that Cole's reign has... It's run its course. He's got the record, hasn't he? The longest reigning champion. I mean... There was a spoiler, and we're not going to talk about it. I'm not mentioning it. The only thing I will say is there was also rumours that there was actually two endings filmed. There's rumours that both guys won, and they filmed both endings, and we don't know which one we see tonight. So I'm still, to be perfectly honest, I'm still a little in the dark as to which way this is going to go. But... So, as I said, we'll have to wait and see. Right, Mia Yim. She looks good in those shorts, Mia Yim. I think that works better for her than her usual attire. Which isn't her usual attire, like quite baggy trousers. You go, look, she's chucking table in there. Candice is grabbing a chair, but she hits a drop kick. I don't believe that's too much work. Tables, yes. Private Party and Omega already, yes, on AEW. She's setting up a table, Candice. Nice. Mega doing really well here against Private Party. Oh! She was looking for the dragon suplex there, Mia Yim. She tries to jump into Mia. There's a table that's set up in the corner. This is good action. Great way to start both shows. We've got an AEW tag title match with two great teams. I mean, Private Party against Hangman and Omega. Tasty match. And over on NXT, we've got this street fight. It's a little bit of a shame that it's not out in the street, though. I was kind of hoping that it would be outside. I wasn't sure how they were going to present it. Into the ring post goes Mia Yim. Candice LeRae jumps on top of Mia Yim. It's worth saying that Matt Hardy has come out. He's in the corner of Private Party. Into the ring post goes Mia. Mark Quinn starting to fire back. So Mark Quinn in with Kenny, fires in a big chop, kick to the midsection. Tags in Isaiah. These two working together well. Against the ropes. Omega holds onto the ropes. Quinn goes over, gets thrown to the outside. This street fight is kind of moving away from the ring now on NXT. This is better. This is what I wanted. So they're over in like a little catering area. We've got Candice and Mia. Mia slams Candice into the table, smacks her over the head with like a silver platter. And again across the back. Throws that down. So we have moved away from the ringside area. Match still underway over on AEW. Obviously, if there's any developments, I'll let you know. But they've gone into the crowd on AEW. It's carnage on both shows, man. It's carnage on both shows. They just crashed into... went into the crowd, went into that barricade. Candice is dragging a table. She's got Mia Yim onto a platform. What is that platform? It's just a random platform with a chair on it. Who sits there? Triple H. Is that like his throne or something? What's that platform all about? There. Oh, fire extinguisher! Fire extinguisher goes off. Candice letting off the fire extinguisher. She jumps up. Mauro says this has been turned up to a Spinal Tap level of 11. She's gonna, no way. She's gonna suplex her off the platform through the table. Mia Yim blocks. Ooh, that would be a mad spot if she did. That would be crazy. Drop kick. Oh, it's Candice. Candice goes through the table. Mia Yim with a drop kick. And Candice goes through that table. And NXT goes to commercial break. That was a good spot to end at that moment. That was interesting. Forearm strike by Aew. Kenny Omega firing back, screaming at Aew. Cassidy. These two in the ring, face to face. Hayden Garrett says, I'm officially joining the Wrestling Days community. You are, my friend. Welcome. Welcome aboard the good ship. Hayden Garrett. Shout out to you, my friend. Robin813 says, Mamma Mia. Butter Spark says, the poor fruit on the table. Well, it's an interesting way to get your $5 a day. Gets the ropes goes Kenny. Nice. Oh, straight across the back. 1, 2. Kick out by Omega. Kick out by Omega. For dinner, I had a dinner. We had tuna sandwiches and cheese puffs. Incredible. Sounds like a meal of the kings. Here comes Mark Quinn straight over. Kicks Hangman in the stomach. Big chops coming in by Omega. Trading blows back and forth. Another big strike. Yeah, here's Omega really driving both members of Private Party back. Lovely enziguri. Omega staggers over to the corner where Mark Quinn is. Aew is up on the shoulders of Omega. Nice. Looking for double knees. Hangman tags himself in. Daniel says, Days, did you see that Masvidal's coach tested positive? I didn't see that. No, I didn't see that. I've not heard that news. Just a 2 count for Hangman. Just a 2 count for Hangman. NXT is about to come back. No, Daniel, I didn't see that news. I hope that's not going to ruin things. Nice drop toe takedown there with Mia Yim going into a chair. They're back into the ring now on NXT. Days, do you watch wrestling bios on YouTube? Definitely worth a watch. I don't get a chance to watch many YouTube channels. 1, 2, kick out by Mia. A kendo shot to Candice. There's so much going on. They've really started with 2 hot matches. 2 hot matches. Lovely moonsault. Lovely moonsault by Aew Cassidy. Kenny Omega down. Mark Quinn up top, going into the ring, looking to splash onto Hangman. Hangman moves out the way. Candice has got a chair and she's driving that chair into the ribs of Mia Yim. I would think that this is a Mia Yim match. I would think I would favor Mia Yim to win this. When I look at Candice, I don't think street fight. When you look at Candice, you don't see someone that's going to win a street fight, you know? But Mia Yim has got a bit more about her. I think she's more streetwise. So I'm kind of hoping for a Mia Yim victory here because I think this is her kind of a match. Shooting star press. 2. Omega makes the save. Omega makes the save. There was nothing in it. These two on NXT trading shots back and forth. Oh, is it not changed? Okay, Hayden, thank you. I don't know why that's not changed. Right, she's setting up that table. She's putting that table on top of the ropes. Big bomb there, and Omega. He's trying to throw Mark. He's trying to throw Isaiah Cassidy out of the ring. Oh, here he comes, Hangman. Last call. I think that could be it for Private Party. We're still underway with the street fight. Man, there's so much going on. So much going on. So, both women are down. Uh, 86 Private Party. Paige and Hangman retain. Well, I've got to tell you, it's so strange because fight just stopped. And it didn't show me the conclusion, but I kind of figured it was the end of the match. So, I don't know what happened with the fight app then. Never had that issue before with fight, but it just froze. And it keeps repeating on the same clip. It keeps repeating on the same clip. I keep getting that power bomb. Why is it doing that? This video cannot be played. Error code 232011. I hope that doesn't mean that we're done for AEW tonight. I don't know what's happening with Fight. If anyone's watching Fight, let me know if you're having trouble on the Fight TV app. We're still underway with the street fight anyway, whilst I'm trying to resolve this. Cannonball right into a garbage can that was put on top of Candice. Candice getting dragged and covered. 2. Kick out by Candice. Candice kicking out of that. Oh my God, I've got this bomb again. I'm still stuck on this. It's like Groundhog Day. Oh, I'm just going to delete it. Delete it. Go back into it. Whoa, Mia Yim's got some brass knucks, baby. Mia Yim's just gone and grabbed some brass knucks. Things got serious on NXT. She, wow, tries to hit Candice. Candice blocks with the chair. Candice using that chair, smashing it across the back of Mia Yim. She puts her on top of a load of chairs. Candice is throwing chairs on top of Mia Yim. She's trying to bury Mia Yim here. She's going up top. Where's she going? She's going up top. She's going to try and jump off the table that's in the corner, but she took far too long. Mia Yim has actually got up. Fight has died. Okay, good. It's not just me. Right. If you're telling me fight, if it's a fight issue, then fine. Fight TV is down. Right. I can't do anything about that. That's with Fight TV. So AEW out of the picture at the moment. Elbows coming in by Candice. At least we can concentrate on one show, though. This is a dream. Candice managing to take those brass knucks off of Mia Yim. They're both standing on a table that's in the corner of the ring. It's actually balanced over the ropes in the corner. They're both standing over there. Big strike comes in by Candice using those brass knucks. Oh, swinging net breaker onto the chairs. That's it. That's it. The arm is on. That's it. Of course, that's it. She hit her in the face with brass knucks. Swinging net breaker off that table onto the chairs. Candice wins. I don't know, man. I don't know. The match was good. The match was good. But that's not who I would have had win. Candice is still down. Candice wins. Shifty finish. Good match. Yeah, it was a good match. Well, I wouldn't say it was like a great match. I think they just went out there and they were just like, man, we need a hot start. We need to really start this show with a bang. So they've gone out there. They've just thrown everything at each other, you know. Drop kicks through tables and brass knucks and kendo strikes and Candice in the corner with a trash can on her head and swinging net breaker off the top. Just loads of crazy spots. A good match. A good match. Right, I'm going to check on AEW. AEW full on just having a meltdown. But at least we got to see the conclusion of that. Days, what are you watching NXT on BT Sport? Yes. Right. I think we're back up and running because I don't have a repeat of the end of that tag match. Instead, I've got Joey Janela making his way out. This is going to be Joey Janela against Lance Archer. Candice is still down. We've got Adam Cole. We're hearing from Mark Henry. So, Mark Henry giving his thoughts on these two competitors. Okay, so Lance Archer, Joey Janela. Lance Archer coming down. He's bringing Sonny Kiss. He had Sonny Kiss on his shoulders. Jake the Snake's come walking down as well. These two are still down. Where's Johnny? Why has Johnny or Keith Lee not come out? Their partners are broken. Still down in the ring. Bronson Reed against Tony Nese coming up next, so things are going to settle down. I do like Bronson Reed, in all fairness, but I don't know. Is that the match? I don't know. Is that really the right match for him? We've gone back and they're still down. And I don't understand. The referee isn't doing anything. No one's doing anything. You've got two women just completely motionless lying there, and you've got a ref on his knee going, well, wonder what I'll do on Sunday. Could do the Garden. Doesn't make any sense. Bronson Reed, Tony Nese apparently coming up next. AEW, as we said, it is back. It did go down for a second. Joey Janela comes crashing down onto Lance Archer. Joey Janela fired up. Fired up Joey Janela. Janela grabbing a table. Thick boy versus underutilized boy, says Chalmers. Useless ref, says Train Dude 5. The WWE hacker took over Fight TV. You're right, Esteban. You're absolutely right. That's what they're doing now. We all think the hacker's gone away, but instead he's just causing AEW a bit of mischief. We've got AEW Dark results scrolling along the screen. I like it when they do that. It's just a nice reminder. I never saw it, but I can see that Brian Pillman Jr. did debut and lose. It's a bit of a shame. Orange Cassidy beat Will Hobbs. Lucha Bros were in action. Dark Order in action. Lance Archer gets up. He pushes Janela into the ring. Against the ropes. Shoulder tackle. Man, Joey Janela bouncing. Bouncing off the ropes there. Slumps down. And Lance Archer goes over. Joey Janela's eyes kind of rolling into the back of his head. Lance Archer choking out Joey Janela using that top rope. Talking to the crowd whilst he's doing it. Hacker working behind the scenes. Yes. Kicks coming in by Lance Archer. Lance Archer twisting his boot into the back of Joey Janela. C Wrestling, shout out to you. Monica King, shout out to you. Liam Costa. Awesome 1019. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate the support. Fight is working. It is, yeah. We're just watching it right now. NXT is at commercial break. We're already 25, nearly a quarter of a way through the shows here. Joey Janela going into the corner, collapses down. Lance Archer looking out at the crowd. Lance Archer, yes, screaming and shouting at Sonny Kiss. Chops coming in by Joey Janela. Slaps coming in by Joey Janela. Lance Archer firing back with a big slap of his own. Joey Janela slumps down into a ball. And Jake the Snake certainly likes what he's seeing. Big strike across the chest by Lance Archer. And Joey Janela slumps down again. This is a destruction of Joey Janela at the moment. And again, another big strike across the chest by Lance Archer. Just seeing Bronson Reed and what Bronson Reed has done in recent times. I do like Bronson Reed. He's taking on Tony Nese in a second. And I think what's this? Mikey Ruckus with Rise. What's that got to do with anything? Is this commercial break or something? Why have we got this song? Why am I listening to a song? What's this going on? Fight is down again. Is that what it is? Fight has gone down again, so they're playing a random song. I've got to listen to Mikey Ruckus. I tell you what, Fight TV is a ruckus. That's what Fight TV is. I thought Fight went down, but it's just an ad break. Okay. They don't normally have ad breaks. I pay $4.99. Bronson Reed. We still got the cars, by the way, on NXT. Days, who is your vote for the winner takes all? I'm siding with Keith Lee. I've said Keith Lee all along. He was my pick to win the triple threat. He was a big star around Survivor Series time. We were talking the other week about, it wasn't that long ago. He was face-to-face with Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble. And Lesnar was like, big boy? Big boy? He's I think the whole coronavirus thing has kind of dampened his momentum a little. But take nothing away from just how special he is. So... What has Adam Cole left to achieve? I don't know. And the rumours are that they recorded 2 endings. I said it earlier. I know people say there's a spoiler out there. And I certainly thought that as well, because I've only seen one of the endings. An image of one of the endings. And we did a video on it. I'm not giving you any spoilers. But apparently, the rumour is they may have recorded, or they did record 2. So we're going to have to wait and see. We're honestly going to have to wait and see. Days, are we watching the Puppy Rumble? I'm not. I'm watching Mikey Ruckus. Well, I'm not even watching him. Okay, I'm not watching that anymore. We've gone back to Lance Archer and Joey Janela. Bronson Reed has come down, and so has Tony Nese, so we're going to be getting this match now. During the break, so it was a break, Joey Janela was thrown into some railings. Tony Nese is showing off his abs, and he's trying to find Bronson Reed's. Big slap. Big overhand slaps coming in by Joey Janela. Joey Janela trying to come back into this match. Against the ropes. Clothesline. Lance Archer a bit wobbly. He's a bit wobbly. I don't know if he's just acting or whatever, because Jake the Snake doesn't seem concerned. I just saw Jake and he had a big smile on his face. So Jake the Snake's not panicked. Another clothesline by Joey. And again, still can't get Lance Archer down. Lance Archer just seems to keep taking these. He grabs Joey Janela, drives him over that top rope to the outside. Shoulder charge to the midsection. Joey over the top. Goes against the ropes. Picked up. It's like a... Oh, no, he gets caught. Gets caught by Joey Janela. 1, 2. Shoulder up by Lance Archer. Omega and Paige, that was the first match on AEW, and it was won by Omega and Paige. They were taking on Private Party. Bronson Reed has got Tony Nese up in the air and just lets him go. Gorilla Press Slam. Sent on by Bronson Reed. Lovely super kick by Joey Janela. Knee strike by Joey Janela. Now Lance Archer's down, and Lance Archer is in trouble. And I'll tell you now that Jake the Snake is not smiling. He's got a bag. Jake the Snake has got a bag. And the ref's not letting him get involved. Sonny Kiss is getting involved. Sonny Kiss up top. 450 splash. Joey, 1, 2. Shoulder up. Shoulder up by Lance Archer. Big strikes coming in by Tony Nese on NXT. Bronson Reed is down. AEW, beautiful sunset background. NXT in a warehouse. Days, both shows have started off strong. Yes. Swamp Manor says AEW have got the better arena. I agree with that. I agree with that. I do think that NXT just lacks personality. It is just like a black void. Although, at least they've got a little bit of a set for Great American Bash. Joey Janela gets put through a table on the outside, and then Lance Archer is smashing his head against what's left of that table. He throws Joey Janela into the ring. This has got to be it. 2, 3. Lance Archer wins. Lance Archer gets the victory. I'm sure Archer should have been DQ'd for putting Janela through a table. Forearm strike by Bronson. And again, Tony Nese going down. That's not plugged in either. What is plugged in? Whew. I just saw a flashing light in the corner. I was like, what does that mean? And I was like, that's the battery. And it was like, The problem I've got is that I've actually got 3 laptops on at the moment, and I've got a light in front of me. And I've only got so many plugged. We've got Darby Allin jumping off a crane into some foam. I don't know why was I showing that. We're still underway with Bronson against Tony Nese. Tony Nese clothesline turned upside down. I'm not sure about this match. I mean, I do like Bronson Reed, as I keep saying, but Tony Nese has just got no momentum whatsoever. Bronson Reed with a big splash off top. 1, 2, 3. Bronson Reed wins. Brian Cage is making his way down. Brian Cage and Taz. And apparently Taz is going to be making an announcement. So this could be interesting. See what gets announced. Bronson Reed victorious, as we said, over Tony Nese. Please, that's over. what's in the bag. This will be one of those iconic moments. Have they? What have they done? One days. What is your? Where is your Huskus and Fiend Mini Me? I think I just moved it. Okay, so what has he got in his hand? I don't understand. Oh. FT. Is it the ECW belt he made? They can't use that, can they? The FTW World Championship? How can they use that? Okay. Yeah, he made this. He was so frustrated at, I think, not getting a world title opportunity. He went and made that championship himself in ECW, I think it was, yeah. Okay, so the announcement is that Brian Cage is being awarded that FTW champion. So there we go. He's got himself a nice belt. I say nice belt, it's awful. But he's got himself a belt. It's an iconic belt, though, in all fairness. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if that's going to be defended. I wonder if that means it's going to be defended in future. I don't know. So a new belt on AEW, which is actually an old belt. That's quite interesting. I just saw that Shotzi ran over Robert Stone using the tank. Shotzi was wearing a cross shirt. Oh. Shotzi just committed a crime. Is it a crime to run over someone in a tank? I don't know. Can I just say, the computer is so much brighter now. Honestly, I didn't even realise how dull and dark it was, and now I've actually turned the power on. Who knew? It's like the $1 million belt. Yes. Taz is getting under WWE's skin. Championship for championship next week. Did they say that? I didn't see them say that. Pablo Gamer, shout out to you. So yeah, he was going around when that championship in ECW was not being defended. He had it created. He created the FTW championship. I mean, it was established in 1998. I've just got the Wikipedia page for it. The belt was billed as unrecognized by ECW. FTW Heavyweight Championship was created by ECW owner Paul Heyman to compensate for storylines that had to be dropped due to injury. ECW World Heavyweight Champion Shane Douglas had a serious sinus infection and an elbow injury. Taz and Al Snow also missed their matches at WrestlePalooza 98 due to health problems. He gave the title to Taz as it suited his badass, no-nonsense attitude. Taz announced the creation of the FTW Heavyweight Championship on May 14th, 1998. In storyline, he was frustrated by his ability to challenge for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship due to Douglas refusing to face him. So what's interesting here is Wikipedia actually says that FTW Championship was created by Paul Heyman. I've always thought it was created by Taz, but not according to Wikipedia. Wikipedia is saying that it's a Paul Heyman invention. But because it was never officially recognized, I'm guessing that's why he feels he can use it. Ooh, there we go. There we go. FTW as well stands for F the World. F the World. Yeah, that's how I feel in 2020. Isaiah Swerve is taking on Johnny Gargano. Right, the Butcher and the Blade are not in their Backstreet Boys attire. Butcher, Blade, and the Lucha Bros versus FTR and the Young Buckaroos. FTR and the Young Buckaroos. Modern Mogul. Johnny Wrestling. Modern Mogul says, Paul Heyman title on AEW. Spoiler. Does that mean something down the line? Maybe. Maybe. It might not have been the wisest move to have let Paul Heyman go. Although, I'd imagine he's still under contract with WWE. Days, Kylie is back. Is she? I didn't see that. Is she? What, with AEW? I didn't see that. Taz is like MVP of WWE. I'm loving the bombs they're dropping on AEW. Well, all I'll say is, if you're an NXT fan, you should love it as well, because they wouldn't be doing it unless there was concern. Do you know what I mean? When they were miles ahead in the ratings and everything, they didn't mention NXT. And now that things are a little snug, things are a little close, they're starting to get a bit more vocal. Right, Young Bucks making their way down to the ring. NXT has been garbage so far. Taz is boring for me. Young Bucks are making their ways down to the ring, and it's raining money for them. Got his knee on the arm of Isaiah Swerve, and he's pulling back. Nice. Good work by Johnny Gargano. So we've got this 8-man tag match, which I wasn't like cray for, if I'm being honest. We need a faction name for the team of Lucha Bros and the Butcher and the Blade. Feel free. Go for it. Kyle O'Reilly will be in Cole's Corner tonight. Oh, okay. NXT has absolutely not been garbage, says Ryan. Jeremy says, thoughts on Flair giving permission to do the 4 Horsemen in AEW? I mean, Arn Anderson's over there, isn't he? And Tully's over there. So I can't really see why Flair would stop it and block it. Flair hasn't really got any allegiance to WWE or anything, you know. He's going to stand up for his mates. So, yeah, I can't say I'm too surprised at that. Against the ropes goes Isaiah Scott. Nice head scissor takedown. I should imagine WWE have trademarked the name, though. I don't know who's got the trademark. I'm guessing, is it Flair? Has Flair got that trademark? Over the top, Isaiah swerve to the outside. It's a good little match, this, between these two. Gargano is looking for a super kick. Isaiah was looking for a knee strike. Nice Matrix escape. Lovely. Really good, man. Johnny Gargano is shocked and stunned. They both realised that the ref's counting. Johnny was looking for that DDT as they both get back into the ring. Isaiah swerve with a head scissor takedown, and Johnny Gargano goes out the ring. Against the ropes goes Isaiah up over the top, comes crashing down onto Johnny. Impressive work, this, by Isaiah. Impressive work. The Lucha Blades. Oh, I like that. The Butcher Bros. The Butcher Bros. I do like FTR's ring attire. They've got black trunks, and on the back it says FTR, but it's exactly the same as the AEW logo. It says FTR in block letters. The F and the R are white. The T is gold. On BT Sport right now, they've gone to commercial break, but we've got an advert for UFC 251 Fight Island. Join us. Join us. All I'm doing tomorrow is just notes and research. I'm gonna know the fighter's favorite color by the time I'm finished. I'm literally just gonna do so much research for that. So if you're a fan of UFC, or even if you've just got a passing interest, join us on Saturday. It's going to be huge. Kick to the midsection by Pentagon. Nice work by Phoenix. Dax is down. Double stomp by Pentagon. Sean Reset says, Days, the Lucha Bros are in a faction with Pac. They are, yes. Death Triangle. Hi, we're Death Triangle, and this is our smash hit single. Burn, Babylon, burn. I'd buy that. Especially if Pac was on vocals. Phoenix goes against the ropes and the legs, but couldn't quite. Dax catches him, throws him against the ropes, and clotheslines him. No flips, just fists from FTR. In fact, Lucha Bros kind of stand for everything they hate, don't they? Phoenix gets the rope. Planted down by Cash Wheeler. We need to see Pac. He's over here in the UK, so I can see him. You can't. Give us 200 days of days. No. If WWE did a new Four Horsemen, it should be Bray, Eater of Worlds Bray, Cult Leader Bray, and The Fiend. Do you agree? No. No. The Four Horsemen's a classic faction. I wouldn't want to disrespect it in that way by having it be... The new Four Horsemen faction is one person. Knee strike by Nick Jackson. Nice swinging net breaker by Matt Jackson. It's Daisy's house that we all come to. Shout out William Hensey. Hope you are well. 12 minutes till hot. Yeah, just under 12 minutes, yes. Big boot by the Blade. Butcher is in. Gutbuster, and again. Couple of Gutbusters. Nice powerbomb. 1, 2. Just gets a 2. I mean, the action is good in this 8-man tag match. Face first, we're back on NXT. Clothesline, down goes Isaiah Swerve. NXT has gone from picture-in-picture to full-blown commercials. It's a bit clunky on... That was a bit messy for me on AEW. There was a bit of tag team work. No one really knew what they were doing. They were... don't know. Wasn't very smooth. Uppercut there by Isaiah Swerve. Uppercut, nice uppercut to the back of the head by Isaiah Swerve. Johnny down out the ring. We've got Nick Jackson in there with Phoenix right now on AEW. And Nick Jackson is down. Gets thrown over to the corner. They both go up onto the middle rope. They go up onto the top rope. Nice head scissor takedown by Nick Jackson. Getting the better of Phoenix on that one. Big strikes to the midsection coming in by Isaiah Swerve. Oh, nice. William Hensey, shout out to you, my friend. Shout out from the chat to Days for letting us watch wrestling with you. No, I appreciate the chat watching wrestling. Letting me watch wrestling with them. Otherwise, I'd be sat here on my own. So it's an absolute pleasure for me. So thank you, William. Thank you to everyone that's joining us. Drop a thank you at the top too, William. Okay, so we have got good action on both shows at the moment. Both good matches. Pin coming in by Johnny.
William Hensey is a legend. They donated $20 via a super chat. Shout out from chat to Days for letting us watch wrestling with you, man. Clapping hands.
Clapping hands. Man, clapping hands. Right, Butcher and Blade working together right now on Cash. Cash down in the corner. In the wrong part of town. And we've got Isaiah Swerve, Johnny Gargano still working here in the corner. Johnny kicking Isaiah Swerve back, goes for the kick, misses, gets pulled down. Nice. Oh, beautiful suplex there by Isaiah Swerve. This is a real star-making performance for Isaiah Swerve. For him to be in there with someone like Johnny, putting on a match like this. Johnny was going there for the Gargano escape, but couldn't get it. Isaiah Swerve just moved out the way. Back elbow by Johnny. Uppercut by Isaiah. Another Matrix escape by Isaiah. Love that. He went high, blocked it, went low instead, Johnny. They're really having to think 2-3 moves ahead here in this match. Nice enziguri. Nice kick there by Isaiah Swerve. And both guys are down on NXT. Match is very good. It might be the best match we've had so far tonight, this one. The first tag match was good between Private Party and Omega and Hangman. But this is excellent as well. What a match. Nick Jackson is a freak, says Madupt. Johnny round the back. He had a bit of a full Nelson applied. Now he's trying to get the Gargano escape. There it is. Yeah, that leg. I really like Beth Phoenix on commentary. Super kick. Against the ropes goes Johnny. Couldn't get the Gargano escape on that occasion. Oh, Isaiah Swerve's got him in a tombstone. No. Johnny over by the ropes. He's gone all the way up. Oh! Gets planted down, though. Ah, I swear that was a 3. That looked like a 3 there. Looked like Isaiah Swerve just got the pin. That would have been the biggest win of his career, and he can't believe that it hasn't come off for him, and they might not want to show a replay on that one because that one looked all of 3 to me. That looked like a 3 count to these old eyes. Isaiah Swerve going up top. Johnny rolling out of the ring. But grabbing the legs of Isaiah Swerve. Really good action on NXT right now. AEW as well, in all fairness. We got Matt Jackson going through the ropes, taking out both Butcher and Blade. Down goes Johnny. Johnny crashing to the outside. Isaiah Swerve is pleading with Johnny to get up to his feet. Misses. Goes into the ring post. Reverse Rana by Johnny. He just absolutely spiked him. Johnny hitting a reverse Rana on Isaiah Swerve. Isaiah Swerve gets thrown into the ring. This is such a good match. I don't know why I'm surprised. You expect it these days from Johnny Gargano. Into a DDT. Isaiah Swerve is down. Johnny looking for the cover. 2, 3, and Gargano gets it. Gargano gets the win. But man, did he have to work. Wow, did he have to work. That was a really good match. Woo! When Pac returns, will the Best Friends versus Death Triangle Street Fight feud continue? Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure if they'll go back to that or not, or if they'll just move forward with something else. Where is green shirt guy? Right, well, Isaiah Swerve is down. We're just seeing a replay of some of the key moments in that match. Very, very good match. Lots of carnage going on in the tag match on AEW as well. I can give this a bit more attention now. We've got FTR in there with the Blade. Butcher trying to get up. Smashing Cash Wheeler on the outside. We've got... Wow, look at this. We've got some teamwork between Dax and Nick Jackson. Planting the Blade and going for the cover. 1, 2. No. Couldn't do it. Pentagon drags Dax out the ring. Throws Pentagon into the crowd. It is just full-on carnage here. Johnny stands victorious on the entranceway. Is this a little vignette for Aew? Aew says, Tegan Knox, we are very similar. We have both worked very hard, earning respect to chase a dream. This is your comeback story. That was amazing. It was a very, very good match. In comes Matt Jackson. Pentagon's in there. Big chop. Overhand right. Pentagon goes down. He stumbles down. He fires a kick back. It's just the two of them in the ring right now. This 8-man is great too. It's the only problem with it is it doesn't. The problem with this 8-man is it doesn't build up to crazy action. It's just so much crazy action. They've been going full steam now for like 10 minutes or so. And now we've got a multi-man spot, which I hate those. I don't care what company it is. Those where they all stand on the outside, I hate those. AEW especially love doing them. I remember Luchasaurus did one not too long ago. Charging over, he accidentally kicks Dax. Kick to the midsection by Pentagon. Got him picked up. Lucha Bros working together. It looks like they might be getting the win here. 1, 2, 3. Lucha Bros get the pin in an absolute non-stop action match. I mean, that was top gear for a long time. So Butcher Blade and the Lucha Bros pick up the victory. Little bit of miscommunication between Young Bucks and FTR, which is to be expected. Over on NXT, we've got Keith Lee backstage warming up. Tail of the tape. Adam Cole, 6 foot. Keith Lee, 6'3". Adam Cole, 210. Keith Lee, 340. I mean, size-wise, it's an absolute mismatch. Style, precision and cunning. Is that a style? Is that a wrestling style? Precision and cunning. I've heard of Lucha Libre, and I've heard of Catch as Catch Can. I've heard of brawling and technical, but I've never heard of precision and cunning. Must be a new thing. Commercial break for AEW. We've got the Luchas on their way. Legada del Fantasma. Means we'll be getting Breezango soon. Legado del Fantasma. Versus Maverick and Breezango. There we go. The Lucha Men. I should have just written that. You're right. The Lucha Men. I should have just put the Lucha Men. Right, we are at the halfway point anyway. AEW has gone to commercial break, so let's use this as our opportunity for you to get your scores in. Get your scores in right now. What do you rate both shows? What do you think of both shows? Halftime score time. NXT going to commercial. Oh, no. No, lights went out, and we've got Wild West scene? Oh, man. Is this Breezango? What are Breezango going to come out as? What is this? Some kind of performance art? They've come out as Lucha Libres. That's what they've come out as. Yeah, it is like conquistadors. Drake Maverick is not interested in having fun here. So here we go. We've got Drake Maverick and Breezango. They're going to be working together against Legado del Fantasma. Yeah, get your scores in. Fire your scores in. 6 out of 10. NXT says Zykomi. 7 for NXT. AEW 7.5. NXT 6.5. AEW 9. NXT 4.5. 7.75 for NXT, says Brandon. Mason says AEW 7, NXT 6.5. NXT is a 7.25. Jaden says NXT 7.25, AEW 7. Omar Keed, shout out to you. What are the scores we got? NXT has been really good, 7.5, says Ben. AEW 7.5, NXT 6.75, AEW 8, NXT 7. I'd say most people have got AEW ahead. AEW are saying to Big Swole, we take your conduct very seriously. Big Swole in trouble here. Oh! Oh! Have you ever heard of a fax machine? Big Swole finding out she drove 3.5 hours just to find out she wasn't needed. So Big Swole has been suspended because of kidnap and harassment, thanks to Brit Baker. I love the fact that Brit Baker is injured and she's still one of the most interesting, entertaining characters. Nyla Rose making her way down. Jason says AEW 6, NXT 7. Miss Clown 1 says, I find it hard to watch Maverick now since the firing storyline. Do you know, I'm the same. I'm the same. I've just got no... I love Breezango. I can't get into Drake Maverick, and it's such a shame because I think I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I loved that promo that he cut where he was so passionate. I think there's just a part of me that wonders, was it a work? Was the whole thing planned? Maybe it's the not knowing. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's the not knowing. I don't know. I completely agree. Right, we've got Nyla Rose taking on 2 Jobettes. I don't know what we call these Jobettes. Feel free to name the Jobettes. Nyla Rose versus... I don't know that we're going to have that long to think about it, in all honesty. The one Jobette just got knocked down. She'll get back up again. You're never going to keep her down. Nyla Rose picks her up, slams her down again, drops the leg. What you gonna do? When Nyla Rose drops that leg on you. Face first into the corner, driving her shoulder into Jobette. Scott. What, you want to call one of them Scott? Less than an hour for NXT. Yeah, not long left. Nyla Rose is in a handicap match, yes. Leave it as the Jobettes. Okay. I like that. I like that as a name. I hope they release an album. Maybe they could release something with Death Triangle. Death Triangle and the Jobettes working together. Brit Baker. I do like that. Right, well, this Jobette 2 is in the ring now. She gets driven back to the corner. Jobette 1 runs into Jobette 2. Nice. German. And a spear. Oh, big spear by Nyla Rose. She catches Jobette 1. And she spins around and she kicks Jobette 2. German, nice release German suplex. She throws Jobette 1 into Jobette 2 again. So Jobette 1 is powerbombed onto Jobette 2. And Nyla Rose pins both of the Jobettes. Great work, Jobettes. Great work, Jobettes. Bumped like legends. Big smile on the face of Nyla Rose. She enjoyed that. AEW 725 NXT 7. Yeah, more people are feeling AEW tonight. There's Hikaru Shida. And the new song from Death Triangle featuring the Jobettes. Everyone's wondering. Hang on. Are they? Was anyone wondering what Nyla Rose had to say? Actions speak louder than words. Yeah. My actions here spoke for themselves. Nyla Rose says, I look in the back and I see all these great wrestlers. Oh, she's got a manager? Oh my God. Oh. Shut up! Is it Vince? Have you hired Vince? Is that where you've learnt that from? Shut up! You're fucked! I'm with Cody. Okay, so what? Is it a legend? Medusa. Is it Medusa? Is it Alundra Blaze? Could it be Azure Kong coming back? Would Azure Kong come back as a manager? Awesome Kong? I mean, I'm just saying things now. King Kong? Wow, who is it? I want to know who it is. I'd love for it to be Alundra Blaze Medusa. I'd love it for that. That'd be a big, big signing. Right, over on NXT, we're still underway with these... Legado del Fantasma. I like their ring attire. Looks cool. I wish they were all wearing the exact same ring attire. That would be my only criticism, but it's all very close. Fandango in there right now. Fandango trying to make a tag. Can't do it. Big strike to the lower back by Raul Mendoza. Daisy, you should become a comedian or a geography teacher. Maybe I could be a comedian geography teacher. I would just need to learn both areas first. Right, I think we've got Dark Order on the way. Raul Mendoza comes crashing down onto the leg of Fandango. Fandango. SCU. There we go. Could it be Brit Baker while she's injured? I don't think so. She's in a feud with Big Swole, isn't she? And I'm not sure she's going to be too eager to manage someone else. She just wants to get back and compete. I think it's going to be a legend. I think it's going to be a name. I could see it being someone like Azure Kong. I'll tell you now, if it's Bull Nakano, I might scream the neighborhood down. If they've gone and got Bull Nakano, I don't even know what I'll do. I don't know what I'll do. I might explode. Might actually explode. Or could you imagine if they've got Maname Toyota? The greatest female wrestler ever. They've got to have looked at those names. Do you know what I mean? The women's division definitely needs that little bit of star power. So if they've gone out and got Medusa would probably be better because she's more well known to the American audience. But if they've gone and got Manami Toyota, that would be amazing. Bull Nakano, I might cry. Might cry. Straight up, just start crying on a stream. This match on NXT is totally broken down. Big kick by Santos Escobar to Drake Maverick. He's got Maverick on his shoulders. Driver, and he gets it. Well done. Well done to Legado del Fantasma. He's good, man. I like him. I think he's got a great gimmick and he talks well. And he was big in Lucha Underground. They could be a very interesting opposition to, like, Undisputed Era. If you keep building them. You got to build them more. They need a lot more building. Santa Escobar. Why can't they just confirm Colt Cabana has joined the Dark Order? Legado del Fantasma win, they do. Days, did you know there's a YouTube comment glitch where a majority of people's comments aren't sending and showing on videos? Apparently, it's been all day. I just found out. No, I didn't. I didn't know that. Do you know what was quite interesting, though? I did actually go onto a video. I don't know if it was it might have been the Battlegrounds one that I did. And it said it had 11 comments. I was like, okay, let's have a read. So I do jump into the comments and have a read. And I had a read, and I went down. It's like freaking tons more here than 11. Like it told me it was 11. It's more like 30 odd, 40. I was like, man, this isn't 11. Does YouTube not know how to count? Does YouTube? What's going on? So that makes a bit of sense. What happened if Finn Balor hadn't got in my way? So Johnny Gargano calling out Finn Balor. He says, I'll deal with him when the time comes. Candice says, we've got a few wrongs that we need to make right. NXT is back in less than 90 seconds. What a weird little thing to say. Why have they said that? NXT is back in less than 90 seconds. Well, okay. Where's that comment come from? Are we meant to check? I don't know. Am I meant? Is this a test? SCU have made their way down. So we've got Brody, Colt, and SC. Well, I don't know if this is true, by the way. I don't even know what we're at right now, but we've gone to commercial here. We've got some Evil Uno and some of the minions on stage for the Dark Order. Grayson's in as well. 90 seconds, guys. Yeah, just so you know, 90 seconds. We're not going away for long. Don't forget about us. Oh, don't forget about us. We've got to go, but we will be back in 90 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Well, I've never heard them ever say that before. Is that a new thing? NXT will be back in 218 seconds. Are they just going to keep doing it every time? That'd be amazing. NXT is back in 176 seconds. Okay, thank you. I mean, that is next level information, isn't it? This next match you're about to watch is going to last for 5 minutes, 70 seconds, and that's not even possible. Okay, thank you. Right, well, we're underway anyway. SCU taking on the Dark Order. We've got Imperium. I make that 92 seconds, actually, so someone's getting fired. Right, where are we? What time is it? Right, we've got to be getting towards main event time, haven't we? We've got to be on our way down to main event town. At the end of the show, NXT will be back in 6 days, 22 hours. Yeah. Don't go anywhere. Drew McIntyre saying a few things, a few words. He says he's a little bit envious. Drew McIntyre says Adam Cole is going to be the winner. Adam Cole, baby. Winner take all, but we've got a little bit more to do until we get to that winner take all match. We have got Santana Garrett making her way out, who she would go really well with Cameron Grimes, wouldn't she? Look at her. She's like a circus referee. You know, if there was like some kind of competition between two of the elephants and we needed someone in there to referee it, she would be the person you would want. Santana Garrett. Who's she facing anyway? Who's she facing? Shotzi. We saw Shotzi earlier, didn't we? In a tank. So I'll say Shotzi. Old Shotto. Is it? No, it doesn't feel like Shotzi, no. Is it Karrion Kross? Who is it? Oh, yes. Mercedes. Wow, look at her doing a Jimmy Havoc impression. Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Martinez. Mercedes Havoc. Mercedes Martinez. Incredible wrestler. Huge on the independent scene. One of the greats in recent years. So much hype around Mercedes Martinez. Well, there we go. That's where she's been. She's been designing her entrance attire. She looks good. She looks good. I can see her being, I think she has already done it actually, training at the Performance Center. I can see that when it's time, because she's not a young woman. I mean, I'm not being disrespectful, I'm just stating facts. Do you know what I mean? None of us are young. Not as young as we were. Martinez. Let me have a look. Let's see how old she is. She's 39. She's 39. She'll be 40 this year. Do you know what I mean? I mean, still got a good few years. She's still definitely got something to offer, but I can see her transitioning towards a training role at the Performance Center because, man, she has done it all. As said, one of the greats. Sports Illustrated, where I get all my wrestling news from. They ranked her number 10 out of the 10 best women wrestlers of 2019. She actually was on that list at number 10. Santana Garrett with back elbow. Kick to the midsection by Colt Cabana, who's in there against Scorpio Sky. She is a 2-time Shimmer champion. Lovely work by Dark Order. Right, Mercedes Martinez in control. We are building our way, like Bob, towards the main event. That main event, of course. Well, Orange Cassidy against Jericho should be a lot of fun, and Jericho's certainly putting over. It's one of his favourite matches, but man, it's going to have to go some. It's going up against champion versus champion. Champion versus champion. How long has Adam Cole been champion for? That's what I want to know. NXT championship reigns. Give me the days. Give me the days, baby. Mercedes Martinez looking moody AF. Adam Cole, 402 plus days. 402 plus days. One, two, three. Mercedes Martinez wins. Back to the circus for Santana Garrett. Back to the circus. Did you know that Tommaso Ciampa had only been champ once? And so had Johnny Gargano? I feel like those two have been around the title for so long. It's kind of weird looking back at the history of the NXT Championship, and they've both only held it once. Like, they've been in so many main events, and they've been such a big part of NXT for years now. It's really weird to look back here and just see Tommaso's held it once for 230 odd days. Johnny only held it for 57 days. 57 days? I think I've held it longer than that. Seth Rollins was the first, and then it was Big E. Then it was Bo Dallas. Then it was Neville. Then it was Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens. Finn Balor. Samoa Joe. Nakamura. Samoa Joe again. Nakamura again. Bobby Roode. Drew McIntyre. Andrade. Aleister Black. Tommaso Ciampa. Johnny Gargano. And the 18th person. Adam Cole, baby! And he's been champion since June 1st. 2019. Does it end? Does it end? Finn Balor was champion for 292 days. Adam Cole, 402. He hasn't just snuck past Balor. He's absolutely destroyed Finn Balor's record. When you talk about the greatest NXT champions ever, you've got to talk about Adam Cole. Got to? All right, I suppose you don't have to, but you should. If you was polite. I just do not care about this Dark Order SCU match, if I'm being honest. But in comes Brody. Brody is in. Kazarian. Against the ropes. Brody going for a clothesline. Big kick. Brody goes against the ropes. Catches. No. DDT by Kazarian. Goes for the cover. Dave in real life. Shout out to you. Austin says, I can't believe Bo Dallas. I can't believe Bo Dallas held the NXT title and Bray Wyatt never did. Even Harper and Rowan were NXT tag champs. Well, in all fairness, we looked into this the other day. Bray was in NXT for all of a few weeks. That was it. All of a few weeks. NXT began, and a couple of weeks later, he was called up. So he never really had an opportunity to hold it. So, yeah, Bray, if he'd have spent a bit of time in NXT, then he may have done. I tell you what might be interesting. The history of the FCW Championship, because that was what was around before NXT. And actually, I don't know who the champions were. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm ashamed. Let's have a look. Let's take the shame away, shall we? Florida Heavyweight Championship. 21 champions. And still no Bray Wyatt. Man, they hated Bray. They had it in for Bray. Tope Suicina by Daniels. Richie Steamboat, Ricky the Dragon's son, was the last to hold it. Bo Dallas was FCW champ as well. So was Seth. And a few other names that didn't really transfer. Victor from the Ascension was a champ. I didn't know that. He was a straight up champ in FCW. Victor of the Ascension. Right, we are at commercial break. We've got to be at main event time now. Come on, baby. Brody, Saint Grayson, tag in Colt, let him get the win. 2, 3, and he does. Oh, he loves it. Big smile on his face. Look, he loves that. It's the best day of his life. He's like, yeah, I just got tagged in and I pinned him and we won. Best day ever. Next week, we've got Tegan Knox against Io Shirai. We've got Damian Priest taking on Cameron Grimes. They haven't announced anything for Balor. Here's Keith Lee. Bask in his glory. Bask in his glory. Biggest match of his career. Keith Lee putting that North American Championship on the line. And the entrance music hits. He's risking it all. He's risking it all for a shot at that championship. At that NXT champ. I think Mia Yim's on the line as well. If Keith Lee wins, he gets Brit Baker. And the NXT championship. She's really good, actually. You get a belt and she can look into your teeth and get all that sorted for you. I mean, dental work's expensive. Bask in his glory. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Champion versus champion. This is what it's all about. This is the dance. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Keith the wrestler. Can he do it? Yes, he can. We've got Brit Baker. Brit Baker. Big Swole's here as well. Brit Baker saying, you cannot be here. You're a bully. I love these two. What happened there? I don't know what happened. Brit Baker screaming her head off. I think she... They're just screaming at... Brit Baker's screaming at everyone. Big Swole threw some paper at that. Is it a Mel? Is that her name? She reacted by dropping her head back and it smashed into the nose of Brit Baker. And now you've just got Brit Baker going, ah! Ah! Oh, I love them. So good. Even, I mean, like, what did they get there? A couple of minutes. I was totally like, this is awesome. Ah! Ah! Anyway, can we concentrate? You're getting so easily distracted. We got Keith Lee taking on Adam Cole. Adam Cole's time is over. Bask in his glory. Sonny Wolf says, ouch. Monica says, I'm still going with Adam Cole. I can see 2 belts, Cole. Look, I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one that dreams of the day when we get Adam Cole and Michael Cole as a tag team going for the tag team titles at WrestleMania. They could be called Disputed Era. How about that? Oh, yes! Michael Cole and Adam Cole going for the Raw Tag Team Championships and the SmackDown Tag Team Championships in the same match. Winner takes all. The Disputed Era. Love it. Do it. Book it. If you're watching Vince, you know what to do. Right. Keith Lee. Bask in his glory. Jericho versus Orange Cassidy. NXT. Yeah, look at these two, man. Holding the belts up. You're finished? You're finished? Both titles, look, being held. The belts are like giving each other a little kiss. The ref comes down. The rest like, guys, can we sort this out, yeah? Give me the belts. You're not professional belt holders, I am. Give me the belts. Here we go. That's how you do it, look. Yeah, you want a little bit of distance between the two. Make sure everyone can see them. There's no one really here, but we're going to do it properly. And here we go. We're ready to rumble. Keith Lee. Woo, woo. Yes. This paid crowd are actually doing some uninterrupted main event. No commercials. Oh, that's a shame. I was really hoping that they were going to come back in 127 seconds. Here we go. Headlock applied by Adam Cole, baby. Just putting the squeeze. Talking of squeeze, here's freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy making his way out on AEW. What do you say, Keith? Oh, imagine if he gives up now. Matt, after all that, he's in a headlock and he just goes, yeah, you're right, I give up. Quit. Quit. You've got me. Oh. You're messing with the wrong guy. He's trying to break out of this hold. Keith Lee breaking that grip. Now he's linked up. What's he trying to do here? He's got elbow in the head. Oh, nice. Adam is trying to break that. Adam goes down to his knees. Normally you see that with both hands hooked, but he's only got the one hand, which is... So it shows how strong he is that he can bring Adam Cole down to his knees with just one arm. Literally pulls him into the ring. I mean, the weight difference in this is stunning. I think Adam Cole weighs the same as like a leaflet. And Keith Lee weighs about the same as a cruise ship. Manages to pick up Adam Cole. Adam Cole is already screaming in pain here. Le Champion is making his way out on AEW. Forearm strike by Adam Cole. Kick to the midsection. Big strikes coming in. Backs up. Goes for a big kick. Keith Lee catches the leg. He's making him hop. Shoulder charge. Adam Cole goes down. Adam Cole has to roll out the ring. Regroup in time. Oh, I wish. I mean, like, we got 20 minutes. I wish we had a bit longer, but... Here he goes, charging round. Keith Lee goes through the plexiglass. Oh! Keith Lee goes charging at Adam Cole. Adam Cole moves out the way, and Keith Lee puts himself through that plexiglass. Keith Lee is properly slumped against the railings now, really out of it. Adam Cole managing to break that count. Big smile on his face. He knows that he's got the momentum here as Keith Lee goes face first into those ring steps. Le Champion gets into the ring. He's got Floyd the Bat with him. Adam Cole with Keith. Forearm strikes coming in by Adam Cole, baby. And again, Keith Lee really wobbly on his feet here. He's got Keith. He's trying to hurl him into those ring steps, but Keith Lee blocks it. Adam Cole tells the ref to shut up. Nice uppercut by Adam Cole. Adam Cole giving this ref plenty of aggravation. Orange Cassidy just seemed to want a test of strength there, but put his hand straight into his pockets. He's ducking underneath. He goes over the top of Jericho. Nice drop kick by Orange Cassidy. Kip up, and Jericho goes to the outside. Orange Cassidy looking good in the early exchange over on AEW. Orange Cassidy against the ropes. Hands out of his pocket. Suicide dive by Orange. Forearm strikes, and Orange Cassidy is not messing around here, which is really good to see. I like it when he has fun, but his persona to me is someone that can't be bothered, and if you can't be bothered in this kind of a feud, there'd have to be some questions asked. But he can certainly be bothered here. He's trying. Breaking news, Orange Cassidy is trying on AEW as Adam Cole has got Keith Lee into a net breaker. Nice net breaker by Adam Cole. Bay goes for the pin on Keith Lee. Keith Lee kicks out. Adam Cole doesn't even get a 1 count at that point. Knee into the back by Adam Cole. Adam Cole in firm control on NXT. Orange Cassidy up round the houses, looking for a guillotine, gets reversed. Jericho has kind of got him in position for the walls. He's looking for the walls, and he gets the walls. The walls of Jericho applied on AEW, and Orange Cassidy is screaming in pain. He's nowhere near the ropes at the moment, but he's desperately trying to get over. Santana and Ortiz are at ringside as well, and Orange Cassidy does get to the ropes. Over on NXT, we've got Adam Cole unloading on Keith Lee. He was had him in a submission hold, and then he started to unload a few shots to the head. Big smile on the face of Jericho that gets backed into the corner. Adam Cole talking some trash to Keith Lee. Keith Lee grabs him by the throat. Big forearm strike by Adam Cole. Big kick as well. Looking for another swinging net breaker. He's got him in it. Done. Net breaker. That's the second one that he's hit in quite quick succession there. Adam Cole, he tries to get the pin on Keith Lee. Keith Lee kicks out. There's only been 18 NXT championship reigns. You're no one, Keith, says Adam Cole. How much do I have to do? Adam Cole is looking to expose the knee. He was going for the last shot, but Keith Lee stops him. Jericho in control on AEW. Keith Lee starting to come back into this now. Against the ropes, into the corner. Goes Adam Cole. Big strike by Keith Lee. Against the ropes goes Keith Lee, looking for the clothesline. Beautiful kick, though, by Adam Cole. Up. He's got him up. Oh, big slam. 1, 2. Shoulder up by Cole. Big power move there by Keith Lee. That was lovely. Look at the execution of that. Oh, it's like a horrific fairground ride. Into the corner goes Keith up from Adam Cole. Keith Lee right back into this match. Orange Cassidy trying to get back into the match against Jericho. Round the houses, rolls up Jericho. Jericho kicking out. Orange Cassidy is coming back into this. Looking for a small package. Cassidy with a small package, but just the 2. Nice, grabbing the leg. That was lovely. That was like a leg drag. That was like a leg drag takedown by Orange Cassidy. Adam Cole going over. Oh, double knees. Backstabber. Adam Cole is going to take the NXT and North American Championships. Ryan says this feels huge. It does, doesn't it? It does have that feeling to it. You're right. It does feel huge. Keith Lee down. Adam Cole on the outside. Adam going over, looking to go up top. Keith Lee pops up, goes straight over to him. He's trying to slow down that momentum. Adam Cole goes down. We've got Jericho and Cassidy fighting outside of the ring. Man, this is so good. Keith Lee going up. Grabbing Adam. What's he looking to do here? Superplex. Just the strength of Keith Lee. He's literally picked him up like this. He's put him on the top. Now he's got him in position for that superplex. Big power move. Big power move by Keith. Wow. Can he go and win the belt? We're getting down to the final 13 minutes. We've got 13 minutes on the clock. Not long left of either show at the moment. What a display of strength, though, by Keith Lee. Pure strength, says Ryan. Rated R, we're not watching anything tomorrow, unfortunately. Jericho going for the pin on Orange. Couldn't get it. Orange kicks out. Jericho back in control on that match. Chin lock by Jericho. Middle of the ring, and Orange trying to get over to the ropes. Manages to get a toe onto the rope. And Aubrey having words with Jericho. There's a little bit between these two, between Aubrey and Jericho. Nice. From Keith, he's got Adam Cole up. Sit down, powerbomb. Sit down, powerbomb by Keith Lee. He's going for the pin too. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 1, 2. Oh, on the rope. And that was a great shot as well. You've got Adam Cole's finger on the rope. And Keith Lee is like, in the background, can't believe it. Thought he had the 3. 1, 2. Oh. Saves his championship by the smallest, by a fingernail. Adam Cole rolls out of the ring. Adam Cole has taken quite a bit of damage here. So has Orange Cassidy, actually. Keith Lee going over, grabbing Adam Cole. Nice kick. Keith Lee down, rolls back into the ring. Backbreaker by Jericho on AEW. Keith going over, going for the kick. Keith going against the ropes. Nice. Big push by Keith. Keith's fired up. Plants Adam Cole. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Shoulder up. Shoulder up. It's going to take a little bit more than that for Keith Lee to get the job done. This is North American Championship versus NXT Championship. Whoever wins this leaves with both belts. Over on AEW, we've got abdominal stretch applied by Jericho on Orange Cassidy. Again, middle of the ring. Cassidy has been put in a lot of submission holds. Jericho actually using the ropes here to get extra leverage, and Aubrey saying you can't do that. Can you stop that, please? And he goes back again and does it again. It just allows him to put more pressure on that hold. Moonsault Keith Lee, 1, 2. No, shoulder up again. Shoulder up again by Adam Cole, but Adam Cole is hanging on here. Make no mistake about that. Adam Cole, his eyes are wide. He's staring. Adam Cole is in trouble, and his face tells you that he knows it. Are they going to merge both belts? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. That moonsault into the railings goes Orange Cassidy. I hope you guys are enjoying this, because we are getting to a very, very exciting part of the show. We're under 10 minutes. 9 minutes left. Keith Lee with Adam Cole. Puts Adam Cole on his shoulders. What is he looking for? No, couldn't get anything. Super kick by Adam Cole. Super kick by Adam Cole. Keith Lee shaking it off. He's hulking up. Another super kick by Adam Cole. Gritted teeth from Keith Lee. Another kick, but this time to the knee. To the second knee. He's going for last shot. Last shot connects. Adam Cole with the knee strike. To the back of the head. Adam Cole, 1, 2. Kick out by Keith Lee. Wow. Super kicks. Then he took out the knees. Then he delivered last shot. Only gets a 2. How many superstars can say that they've kicked out of that? Keith Lee is down in the ring. Orange Cassidy is coming back against Jericho again here. They're throwing each other into the corners. Cassidy getting his legs up. Nice head scissor takedown by Cassidy as well. So Cassidy coming back on AEW. Cole going against the ropes. Big clothesline by Keith Lee. He does turn Adam Cole, baby, inside out. Jericho down on AEW. Got Orange Cassidy going for the cover. Jericho just getting his shoulder up. OMG, says Jacoby. This match is saving the show, says Austin. Eric says AEW is awesome. Cole is dead. Back of the head. It was back of the head. He landed on his head, yeah. That clothesline was vicious. He did come crashing down. He's holding his neck. He's holding the top of his shoulder. He's gone up. He's looking for Panama Sunrise. Connects. Panama Sunrise connects from Adam Cole. 1, 2. Oh, shoulder up from Keith Lee. Shoulder up from Keith Lee. Panama Sunrise connected. Oh, last shot followed by a Panama Sunrise. Still can't put the big man away. Can you imagine the weight of Keith Lee getting driven, getting spiked on his head? All of that weight being driven on the top of his head, and he still manages to find a way of kicking out. Keith Lee living a charmed life at the moment. Full Sail losing its mind. banging on the plexiglass, and these two guys head to head, middle of the ring right now. Their energy pretty much depleted. The reserves might be gone as well. Adam Cole is urging Keith Lee to get up, and Adam Cole is having to use the ropes just to stand, but he delivers a kick and another kick. He's firing in super kicks right now, and Keith Lee goes down. 1, 2, shoulder up from Keith Lee. Shoulder up from Keith Lee. Keith Lee is writhing in pain in the middle of that ring right now. Keith Lee is absolutely writhing. Rolling back and forth. He's holding his face. There's no gritted teeth or determination. He's just surviving. He is in survival mode. Adam Cole finding some reserves. Takes the knee pad down. Exposes the knee. He's going to try and deliver the last shot with the exposed knee, and he does connect. He does connect. Keith Lee goes down, but Adam Cole wants more. Walls of Jericho being applied on AEW. Orange Cassidy in a lot of trouble over there. Jericho has got Cassidy again. And Adam Cole is going up top. Is he looking for another Panama Sunrise? Is he hoping that a last shot followed by another Panama might do it? We're down to 4 minutes. 4 minutes. He's telling Keith Lee to get up. He's urging Keith Lee to get up. He's pointing at him. He's coming down. No, he couldn't connect with it. Keith Lee with the power bomb. He's managed to get Adam Cole. Big, vicious scream coming in by Keith Lee. Keith Lee has got Adam Cole up on his shoulders, plants him down, drops on top. 2. Oh, he has done it. Keith Lee gets the 3. Keith Lee is the new NXT champion. Massive slam. Adam Cole going for Panama Sunrise. Couldn't get it. Reversed. Gets planted by Keith Lee. And we have got a new NXT champion. The current reigning North American champion. And everyone in Full Sail dancing around, jumping around. The 400+ day reign of Adam Cole is over. The legendary reign, the longest reign. That title handed to Keith Lee, who stands in the ring, emotion all over his face. A smile breaks out as both championships are raised in the air. And everyone in Full Sail absolutely losing their minds. What an incredible match. Absolutely brilliant match between these two. Adam Cole threw everything at Keith Lee. We're seeing replays. Keith Lee going into the plexiglass. We had last shots, Panama Sunrises, super kicks galore. Everything was thrown at Keith Lee. But he managed to find a way. And he's managed to end one of the legendary title reigns in recent times. Wow, that replay. They just showed a replay of that Panama Sunrise. It is picture perfect. It is absolutely picture perfect. Massive, massive title change in NXT, in WWE. Keith Lee reaching the mountaintop, and they're showing us that moment one more time as that 3 hits. And we've got confetti raining down. Keith Lee with both titles, standing, screaming as people are banging on the plexiglass. And up in the rafters, a smiling, laughing Karrion Kross and Scarlett watch on. Absolute scenes. Absolute scenes. Look at the celebration in Full Sail. We've got pyro going off, shooting up in the air, confetti raining down. You'd think that would be a bad combination. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So good. So good. Jericho has picked up the victory as well over on AEW. Wow, big scenes, huge scenes, massive scenes, all the scenes in NXT as the Keithest of Lees manages to find a way to get the job done. End that absolutely historic championship reign. You better be basking in his glory. If you're not basking in his glory, you better have a good reason why. Bask in his glory. Keith Lee, baby. It did go that way. The spoiler was that Keith Lee was going to be victorious. That's what the talk was. But the rumor, as I've said all throughout, was that they actually filmed 2 endings. So I didn't know what the truth was. I didn't know if he won or if they were going to play a second ending, if Adam Cole had won. I mean, that's the rumor. I mean, I should imagine as soon as it leaked, they were like, no, we recorded 2 endings. Did you? Yes. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It went that way. Both shows have finished now, by the way. Jericho, I got to be honest, I didn't see how that win came. We've just had a 400-day championship reign come to an end. And, yeah, man. Huge. I will say this, though. Jericho was saying that he really loved his match against Orange, and I can see why. It's a good match. It's a really, really good match. So absolute credit to them. It was a good match. The 2 NXT and AEW spoilers were right. I didn't actually see a spoiler for AEW. Well, what was the spoiler for AEW? I didn't see it. Genuinely, straight up, did not see a spoiler for AEW. Bask in his glory. Bask in his glory. Yeah, you better. Absolute scenes. Get your scores in as well. Get your scores in. What did you think of the shows? I said Jericho's ego wouldn't let him lose to Orange. Why can't Undisputed Era just stay in NXT? They've got bigger things. Other things that they need to go and achieve. You can't have them forever. They probably should have been called up already, actually. It probably was a case that they should have already gone to the main roster, you know? We don't know what COVID has messed up. Well, we do. Everything. That's what it's messed up. It's messed up everything. NXT 8.5, AEW 7.5. Little bit of lag, is there? Have we got some lag? We've got some old school laggery. Why don't you come on over, laggery? Big lag. Okay. Maybe it's because I've got way too many devices on. Perhaps it's that. Give me a sec. Is that better? Big fat juicy lag. Well, hopefully that's better. I just turned off a couple of devices that were using the same network, so it might just be I'm asking too much. I have got 3 laptops on, in all fairness. So yeah, keep getting your thoughts in, keep getting your scores in. What did you think of tonight's shows? What show did you think was better? What show did you enjoy more? Fire your thoughts in as Keith Lee beats Adam Cole. That's huge, isn't it? 10 out of 10. Days that Panama Sunrise was a thing of beauty. I completely agree, buddy. I completely agree. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. And it was delivered so well. So crisp, the way that it was delivered. Congratulations, Keith Lee. He is truly limitless. I think there's the lag better now. Seemingly it is. A 10 out of 10 for NXT AEW 7. NXT 9. 8 out of 10 for AEW. NXT 9, AEW 8.75. NXT 9, AEW 7. NXT was a 9.25. NXT was 10 out of 10. NXT was 8.75. People loving NXT. Which is weird because at the halfway point it was trailing. At the halfway point, it was definitely behind AEW. But yeah, absolutely huge. Absolutely huge main event. So Keith Lee beats Adam Cole to become the NXT champion. And of course, he retains the NXT North American Championship as well. Although it still doesn't excuse the fact that when Mia Yim was down in her match, he didn't come out and do anything at the end. Do you know what I mean? I know he's getting ready, but still. He still could have come out. What does he become now? Keith Two Belts? Well, I don't understand what he is. Days Hammond, Indiana, fireworks. Cool. I'll be there. Days, what a way to end the streak of streams. I know, yeah. It's very kind, isn't it, of NXT to give us such an epic moment to end our streak of streams with. So I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank Triple H. I think that it's very kind. Keith Lee wins the NXT Championship, and people are losing their minds. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to score these shows, because I don't know. I kind of feel like that main event match with Jericho was very, very good. It was very, very good, but I don't know that I paid it enough attention, if I'm being perfectly honest, because of what was happening on NXT. I'm gonna say, I mean, look, I'm gonna say that this was such a big moment. NXT are gonna pip it in the ratings because they have just switched a title that has been held for 400 odd days. So you can't really do much bigger than that. You can't do much bigger. So I'm going to say that they've pipped it here. So I think the shows were quite close at the halfway point. I'm going to say that NXT was an 8 out of 10. A lot of that coming from the main event. There's a few bits on NXT that I wasn't that into. So that's a big score, but man, they just gave us a big moment. And AEW, I think, was strong, but I think it is just a touch behind this week. I just think, I got to be honest, I think that they were very, very close at the halfway point. I think they were very, very close, but I think NXT has just pulled out a massive rabbit out of the hat there. A massive, massive rabbit out of the hat. That was huge. That was huge. Chief Keith Lee has done it, says Jadam. He has. Keith Lee beats Adam Cole. AEW needs to have less tag matches. Do you know what? They sort of do, yeah. They also, for me, need to have matches that aren't as 100 miles an hour. I watch the matches and it's like this person's over here doing this, then they're going over the top, crashing down on people. Then there's someone else in the ring that's doing something else, and there's definitely a place for that, but it happens too much. They give you too much of like what is good stuff. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you would think that you couldn't have too much good stuff, but you can. It's kind of like the suicide dive. The suicide dive's done. It's got no impact now. If someone does a suicide dive, it's just like, why? Everyone's doing them. You don't be different. Don't be like everyone else. Do something different. Do you know what I mean? People love the Cesaro swing and the full Nelson and the airplane spin. Do you know why? Because it's not a suicide dive. That's why. This week, NXT was just better than AEW. Carmen Live 2, shout out to you. I would have watched NXT's main event, but I saw a spoiler. It meant I didn't have to see. I wish Adam Cole would have won. I think it's the right result, if I'm perfectly honest. I think that it was time for his reign to end. Yes, you would have wanted it to have happened at a takeover in front of people, but if we're being honest, there's probably not going to be a takeover anytime soon that's got people. So are we really just going to wait it out? Are we going to put everything on hold until people can return? I don't know. Is that the right thing to do? I don't know. So I kind of feel like they did what they felt they needed to do, and that was pull the trigger now. Make that call now. And man, what a moment! Absolutely brilliant. Shout out Timothy Luke Grant. Hope you are well. Days, what do you think is next for Undisputed Era and Cole? I would love for it to be a call-up, if I'm being honest. I think that they could really shake things up on the main roster. If Undisputed Era get called up and booked like the Shield were, where they just come through the crowd. I know there's not much of a crowd, but they come through and they attack. That could be very, very interesting. You could have a new Shield on your hands with the Undisputed Era. You could have a new, not exactly they're not the Hounds of Justice. Do you know what I mean? But they, you could have something very, very interesting all the same. Could have something very, very interesting. Days, I give AEW 10 out of 10. Do you really think it was absolutely perfect then? Are you saying that show could not have been improved in any way? It was perfect. Is that what you're saying? 10 out of 10. Jerry Smith, shout out to you. WWE Unstop Motion says, my friend came over. He didn't like NXT, but I do. And I did not watch it. Oh, I thought you was going to say you convinced him. I honestly thought you was going to say that your friend didn't like it, but he does now. I thought you was going to say that you'd managed to convince him to check it out. Monica King, thank you for the support, my friend. Chalmers says AEW 8, NXT 8. NXT pulled it back for me. I think after Extreme Rules, Cole should come up to Raw and demand a WWE title opportunity. I think, well, in all fairness, that is how it works, isn't it? We've seen time after time after time. That's all you have to do. Literally, that's all you have to do. You just have to come up and demand a title opportunity, and then they give you one. So, yeah, he should do that. Keith Lee versus Drew versus Fiend would be epic. What happens there happens here forever. James M. Shout out to you. MJF won the Puppy Royal. Do you know what? I never even saw the Puppy Royal. I never even saw it. What happened? I never even saw it. There's still a little bit of lag, is there? That's interesting. Perhaps I've still got too many things on. I don't know. Days, I can't wait for the horror show at Extreme Rules. Train Dude 5, shout out to you. Yeah, where was the Puppy Royal? Did someone... What happened to it? I never saw it. Did it actually happen? Can someone tell me if it happened? Because I've got no idea. It was on AEW's YouTube. Right. I wonder if... Do you think that was due to like a bit of backlash or something? Do you think it was due to the fact that people were really against it? I wonder why. I wonder if that's what it was. If Cole Undisputed Era don't get called up, I say do the feud with Cross. He's achieved everything in NXT. If not, AEW will be calling. Oh, yeah, I suppose you could do it with Cross, but Cross is going to win that. Is it better to just, Adam Cole's just lost his title. He's still, do you know what I mean? It was a great match. He would warrant a rematch. It would now be the time to move him to the main roster whilst he's still got a bit of momentum. My only concern would be he's just lost his title. If he then loses to Karrion Kross, is it going to be a case then that he's losing too much momentum? I don't know. Escape Pod should be a highlight to the advantages of marrying Tommy. Show Svetlana what she is missing out on. I mean, that was never the intention of the Escape Pod. I don't think she's interested, if I'm being honest. They've not got back in touch with us, so Days Insiders are on. Okay, I will jump away in a sec. I just want to get people's final thoughts after such a big moment. I just want to get people's final thoughts on what they think's next for Keith Lee, what they think's next for Adam Cole, Undisputed Era, all of that stuff. What do they think is next? My new champ for Keith Lee is Oli, 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 Oli. Oli, 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 Oli. Keith Lee, Keith Lee. Oh, it's good, isn't it? I'm really pumped, man. I'm properly, fired up over it. I'd seen the spoilers. Obviously, we'd done a video on it. But as I keep saying, I'd heard that news that they'd recorded the two endings. I mean, I don't know. It was just, it didn't take anything away. Very, 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 very reminiscent of, do you remember when WCW gave away the result to Mankind winning the title and everyone changed channel? It's kind of like that for me. I know WWE will have been upset that the spoiler got out there, but I actually think I wouldn't be surprised if they released it. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they released it, if they told them to release it, because you could go and look at that match and think, I'm not going to bother watching that because they're not going to take, not without a crowd. They won't take the title off Adam Cole with no crowd. So you might fall into that trap. Whereas then that spoiler came out, people are going, they do it, There's an image of Keith Lee holding up the titles. They pulled the trigger. They do it. And so I think people will have wanted to have seen it. I mean, I saw that spoiler. I was totally invested. It made no difference to me. It made no difference to me whatsoever. So, yeah, brilliant. Loved it. Days, will there be videos tomorrow? Will there be videos tomorrow? Yeah, I'm going to try and do something. There'll be something on the channel. Heather says Lee shouldn't be a transitional champion. No, absolutely not. William says, I'm just saying, Days, a yard with half tree ownership might interest. It might do. It might do. Who has the NXT champion? Who is the NXT champion? It's Keith Lee. Keith Lee won. Who spoiled NXT? Do you know what? I was thinking this because the person, you can see exactly where the picture has come from, right? So you should be able to trace it back to who was in that position. They will know who took that picture. If that person hasn't come forward and said it's me, I took the picture, I sent it to my wife or something, and it got leaked out or whatever, right? But they should be able to. I was thinking that exact same thing, because it's a closed set and it's not like the general public. The person that leaked it works for them, and they should be able to figure out who it is. Wouldn't want to be them. Do you think NXT will be in Battlegrounds? That's an interesting point. I've not seen any NXT superstars announced for it, no. I don't know that it should, actually. I think it just needs to be for the big names and the legends. I don't know that it needs anything other than that, if I'm being honest. It's not like 2K. You know, with 2K where it's got like a big roster, it's not like that. It's a fun pick up and play. And it's got 70 stars. Current stars, biggest names and legends. 35 current stars, 35 legends, something like that. 30 current stars, 40 legends. I wouldn't let that put you off if you're you know what I mean, if you're not going to get it because they haven't got any NXT stars. Keith Lee should turn heel. Should Lee jump across the brands? I do think that the NXT champ should be featured across the brands, yeah. I mean, when Charlotte was women's champ, she was on all the brands. So why can't Aew and why can't Keith? Yeah. It was Indus Shear, was it? Indus Shear spoilt it. I never knew that. Wow. It was one of the Indus Shear guys. Wow. I didn't know that. Oh, they're in trouble. Oh, that's such a shame. I really like those guys. Tommy has to be on the escape pod for our mental health. Well, he is. We recorded it yesterday. I can confirm he is on this week's show. Bryce, shout out to you, my friend. Days, you are the best in the world. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. Days, do you think Vince would botch booking Undisputed Era on the main roster? Do I think Vince would botch it? I don't think so, actually, because I think that the Shield would surely be a template as to what they would do. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's not botched. I'm going to say that they actually find a way of presenting them. They know that. I mean, I know that Steph years ago was singing the praises of Adam Cole. She was singing the praises of Adam Cole years ago. I remember watching them walking around Access, and she was talking about the fact that NXT stars were going to be competing, and they were just naming a few. And I think Triple H said Adam Cole, and Steph was like, baby. And so she was really hot on him a while ago. So I know that obviously Triple H is a big fan. Steph's a big fan. I should imagine that, you know, Vince is fully aware. Vince will have seen him when he was used on Raw and SmackDown. He had matches against Daniel Bryan, didn't he? On Raw and SmackDown in the build towards Survivor Series. So, I mean, yeah, look, Vince knows who he is. Knows what he can do. The only downside is they don't have a Roman Reigns. The thing with the Shield was that the Shield were not small guys, but they had Roman as the powerhouse. Undisputed Era hasn't got a powerhouse, has it? It's got a leader in Adam Cole, but Adam Cole's on the smaller side of things. Kyle O'Reilly's not that big. Bobby Fish is not that big. Roderick Strong's not that big. They're a great unit, but we all know Vince prefers bigger guys. I should imagine Vince has just got pictures of Keith Lee up in his bedroom, just waiting for the moment he can call him up. He's like, oh, Keith Lee. Oh, I need that Keith Lee on the main roster. Probably makes Linda wear Keith Lee masks. So, yeah, I should imagine Keith Lee definitely excites Vince McMahon more. But, no, I don't think they'll botch Undisputed Era. Days, WWE or Impact? WWE, I don't watch Impact. Chalmers says, I think Vince will get ideas with Triple H for Undisputed Era on the main roster. Yeah, I hope so. It's amazing. It's they're in a really good place. If you think about when they first came in, you know, they were cool and everything, but Undisputed Era might just be the biggest thing that ever happened to NXT. If you think about their tag title reigns and what Roderick Strong's been able to do in his North American Championship reign, and Adam Cole with the longest ever NXT Championship reign, I think it's fair to say that Undisputed Era are maybe the biggest thing that ever happened. Either that or DIY joining. Asuka joining was a big deal. Finn Balor joining was a big deal. That'd be about it, I think. That'd be about it. I don't think Samoa Joe or Nakamura were as big. Nakamura was a massive name, mate. Make no mistake about that. But he was only a big name if you knew about Japanese wrestling. So, don't know, man. Undisputed Era, man. They were so good. So good. I'm happy for Keith. Well deserved, says William Hensey. Cross versus Lee at NXT TakeOver and Cole to Cross versus Lee. Yes. Cole goes to Raw to face McIntyre at SummerSlam. Might be too soon. You might want to... I don't know when you would bring him up, to be honest. I don't know when you would bring him up. 5 minutes, right? Well, 5 minutes and then we'll call quits. You lot have got lots of great comments and I know there's a lot of excitement. I know there's a lot of people wanting to talk about what's just happened. But we do need to go. The insiders are on. So, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. How much do you think Meltzer is going to rate this? I couldn't tell you, my friend. I don't know. I can't. For me, it wasn't a 5-star match. It was a very good match, but I don't know that it reached 5-star territory. I don't know that it was long enough, if I'm being honest, for it to be a 5-star match. It did get 20-odd minutes, and obviously it had that title change, and it did have some great moments. I would think 4 stars he will give it. That would be my prediction. 4 stars. Might be a bit harsh. Maybe 4.25. But I'm going to say around that ballpark. I don't know that it had... I feel like there was something missing for it to be a 5-star match. But it still had some incredible moments. Take nothing away. Big Boy Dally says, call him at Raw after Extreme Rules, since Drew would need a new opponent. Febster 077 says, Days, I think Keith Lee might get a Braun type push in the main roster where WWE drops the ball on him when he is red hot. I don't know, because this is NXT. On the main roster. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, maybe. I think the big difference, though, is that when the bell rings, Braun doesn't really know what to do. He's not a bad wrestler. He uses his size well, but he's not got many tools. And I think he would be the first to admit that. I've seen interviews where he said that he was green at the start, and it's only like matches on the road that have really helped. He's kind of learned what to do now. But Keith Lee has got the skills to pay the bills, man. Keith Lee's the real deal. So, Days Gargano called out Finn tonight. What if they do a legit intergender match? LeRae versus Balor? That won't happen. She had nothing to do with Balor, so no. I think she's got her own thing she wants to go on and do. Thank you, Adam Cole. You carried NXT on your back for over a year. I know you didn't retire, but I appreciate it, baby. Well said, dude. Cole needs to win the Rumble. Love that. I'm on board with that. If you want to bring him up as a surprise and pull the trigger on him quick, Rumble's a great way to do it. I'm on board with that. But him coming up saying, I want a title match, it doesn't work, because you've got to earn it, really. And just because you've been the longest reigning NXT champ doesn't mean that you now automatically are entitled to a title opportunity on Raw or SmackDown. It doesn't work that way. It's never worked that way. So, I think he would have to come up and have a feud, win a number 1 contenders, win Money in the Bank or something like this. But, man, Adam Cole as the 2021 Royal Rumble winner. Sign me up for that. See, this is exactly why I wanted to get your final thoughts. I want to see what Tommaso is going to do now. I think he goes after Karrion Kross, yeah. Febster says the Puppy Battle Royal was boring and horrible. Well, they wisely kept it out of the way, didn't they? They wisely kept it out of the way. What is your favourite WWE wrestler? Asuka. Raymond says, I don't think it was the right call. Well, I do. So I have to disagree, but obviously, it's just opinions. So I respect your point on it. You're certainly not alone because there was no crowd, and I can see, an argument that should have waited for it to have been a bigger moment. Would it have been a bigger moment at a takeover in front of fans? 100%. 100%. But I don't know, how long do you wait? I mean, it could be that they're waiting to call up Undisputed Era. It could be that, they've got big stories planned and they need them. You can't necessarily keep holding them back, waiting for a crowd to return. If anyone's going to end it, Keith Lee's a good person to do it. He's the real deal. He's great in the ring. I mean, why? There's no reason to not pull the trigger with Keith Lee. So, yeah, I do understand your point. But I'm yeah. It's good, man. The way they did it, it was good. It was good. And I loved the celebration with all the pyro and the confetti. And yeah, it was good, man. It's really good. Do you think Lee will be able to pull off being a heel? I don't know that he's going to have to. I think he could, but I don't think he has to at the moment. Anyway, friends, we're done. We're done. I don't know. I do. I'm loving talking to you. Loving talking to you. Such a big moment happening tonight, when we get these kind of big moments. I love just sitting and chatting because that's what the whole point of the channel is to get your thoughts and for us to share our thoughts and everything. And, wow, plenty to talk about tonight, my friends. Keith Lee victorious, winning that NXT championship. And a big, big result. Who knows where we go from here, but very excited to find out. So thanks a lot to everyone that joined us. Really do appreciate the support. Insiders are live. And Sonny has got links in the chat. No stream tomorrow, but there will be some sort of video, no doubt. Back on Friday for SmackDown. On Saturday, I mean, look, if you're a fan of UFC, this is the place to be because I am going to research everything, the finest of fine details. That's why I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'm going to spend hours really looking into these fighters, trying to find out, everything about them, watching their old fights. It's huge. Saturday is huge. It'll be one of the biggest. I'll tell you something else as well. Here's something I learned. I was always under the impression that you can't stream longer than 8 hours, okay? And actually, a WrestleMania, I think it was WrestleMania 35, I streamed the kickoff show, which was 3 hours. We did an hour before, and then the kickoff show was 2 hours. And I stopped it. And then as soon as WrestleMania started, I started a brand new stream. And then we did WrestleMania as a separate stream. So those two shows, the kickoff show for WrestleMania 35 and WrestleMania 35, they're actually two separate streams. Because the only reason was that I knew it was going to go longer than 8 hours. And I've always been under the belief that once you go over 8 hours, YouTube won't save the video. Turns out it's 12. It's 12 hours. And that's a massive revelation to me. That means you can stream for 12 hours and it will save the video. So when I say that Saturday is going to be the biggest stream ever, it might literally be the biggest stream ever because it may be I don't even know what the longest stream ever is, but I'm looking to do over 8 hours on Saturday, full of information, all about Fight Island. I think we're going to be starting around about 4:30 Eastern, 9:30 UK time. So massive stream, guys. Massive, massive stream. So, right. Awesome. Thanks a lot for watching. Well done to Keith Lee. Thank you for all of your thoughts, support, comment, everything like that. And hopefully see you again next time. Bye for now.